have seen this before as well, right? They should be able to kind of coordinate a good picture to start off on this map to try and close this series. And I guess also throw away the headache of last year's final map for that final as well against Boom. Because that ended on bind with a millisecond.
Quite literally.
What's up?
One of the most intense esports moments of my entire career. That was an RB. Another veteran taken down by Soldam, this time on that waylay, and now looking to move through the toxic screen. It's going to be awkward. Xros ready to first take point. Does have the support here from Danby. The ball does fade. Light speed through. Soldam getting another minty. Well done with the trade. And that'll be site secured. All left down onto Francis and Ivy here, Komodo. But it looks like they will be moving relatively quickly straight onto the duel. Kaide to deny. And all now onto Francis. And denied completely. Riddle straight back on. But I do remind you, they did win that pistol back on Lotus as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They had the two start before things kind of went a little bit pear-shaped. Now, the things for me as well, Mitch, you are on the elimination set if you lose this. Do you feel worried when you come into this map as well and you've got Soldam first time on the waylay? It's been a while for Kaede to be bringing back out a Yoru as well. 2 times before this, now for the 3rd. There's some role changes. It can lead into some uncomfort.
Crazy stuff, man. It's the constant sort of shift trying to understand what works best for you. And Nongshim definitely adopting plenty of differences.
Well, TP scene can be faked out, of course, on this Yoru. But Francis is just going to stick at it for a little bit more. Just a slow starting default for Riddle Order. As you were highlighting a little bit earlier, definitely going to be a different feel, a different beast to how Lotus plays.
I don't know.
When we do come to bind here.
Just much slower. A little bit more methodical on some of those takes. The macro has to be good, and we do know Nongshim has absolutely that. So watching this line, Kaede, oh man. You know, we're thinking back to E-King, the amount of thrifties they lost to moments like this where you play it all up nice and close. You should be able to at least get one, but no, not at all. Denied. And that's going to be 4 members here from Nongshim Komodo. They are going to have to start to pick up the pace, but they don't exactly have the weaponry. Yatsuka only with that Sheriff. Are they going to TP? It's looking awkward. Yatsuka maybe even taking some further damage from Ivy. Yes, they do. Straight out. Okay. RB, what can you do here, my friend, with that classic? Oh, no, the light speed gets 1, but it's 2. RB, surely not. Surely you can't find all these kills. Okay, pressure off, but Minty having to be the hero for the rest of the team. Now they slow it down as they move around elbow.
That's crazy. The martial shot actually looked like it connected on towards Minty from the model, but apparently not. 2 low players, Jojo and Soldam. Not a lot of utility either here, none at all, really.
Just really slowing it down. Obviously, Nongshim aren't going to be too stressed with the outcome of this one. They're going to be going down to that spike, irrespective. Just trying to do a little bit of extra damage. Obviously, Jojo, Soldam, a little bit lower. Maybe there's a right click away. But seems like it's going to be A-okay for now. A little bit of a pre-fire there from Soldam. Nicely done. Ivy down to the spike. So 3 Lions for Riddle Order. Not a bad performance there. The Phantom, Bulldog, and the Guardian all to be taken into this next round.
Feels like it could have gone a different way, though, on a couple of those duels, right? What if in the hookah it was a shorty instead of the classic and you get a 1 and 2? What if there wasn't a miss to come out there from RB as well, right? Danby just sending it. There's a couple of what if moments in there that it could have been a bit of a thrifty to come through, but you flip it on its head for Riddle. It is a good round to come out to the tally.
कोई इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया के मैच की बात नहीं करेगा. कल रात को 3:30 बजे सो के
you got to consider some
8:30 बजे उठा मैं.
Xros, RB, and Francis all susceptible now to the outlaw.
Straight on in. Looking deep towards the showers, and it's going to be the duel, the brawl early on. Denied. Francis, see you later, mate. Taken down immediately. That's going to be one of those impact players that they desperately need to deny here. Danby creeping around the side.
Mara एक को TP instant.
Out safe.
फंसेगी Nongshim, फंसेगी, पक्का फंसेगी.
You've got strength in numbers, but as RB pushes down long on his lonesome self, he is feeling hungry.
Xros also in a similar sort of position, right? But he does manage to get away with 1, almost 2. Minty does get a great response here, but RB taking advantage of that positioning. Surely they've got to be aware of this. They are creeping around the other way, so they're doing their due diligence. I think they are somewhat knowledgeable here, or are they? No, Yatska actually watching the wrong way. So I think they must have thought that he's gone back towards the garden bed.
Nice shot.
He should very well
भाई
find
लग रहा है
one,
वो
but he doesn't
feel आ
clear
रही है.
it. Doesn't check his
चार लोग
angles.
देख रहे हो यार.
They
Make sure to hit
all
that like
onto
and
Danby
subscribe.
here.
Let's go.
And he's actually going to go back. Surely you
Yeah,
don't want the
save
operator to
home.
go in for this fight
Achha,
here.
He's gonna save.
save you.
No, he's
Yeah.
gonna save it here. This is awkward for Nongshim as well, right? Because when they start this one off in
Bhai,
the
ye kaun sa
showers,
skin
Francis
hai?
and Danby are there together. But apart from that, Francis takes the duel by himself. Every other duel around the map has also been individually played by Nongshim in that one. X-Ross in Hookah. RB down long. Every single fight was individual.
On my mark.
It gives me throwbacks way back when to why Bind wasn't really a map that Nongshim were playing and they were banning, right? It feels like it's a little bit back there for should we really be playing this? And I know it's a small sample set for the first 3 rounds, but there's got to be some wake-up effect now coming through.
Still early days, Komodo, but you're spot on. Just plenty of time to think about this. That's, I'm sure, what Nongshim are doing here. As that Radio Knight will deploy. Another round picked up by Riddle Order. 3-0. Bonus secured. That really sets them up for success.
ये जब आएगी क्या बोलते हैं?
Timeout in the last map.
Timeout आएगा तब मैं VLR पे
and
check
to no
करूँगा.
real avail at the
Point
end
table
of
का
the
क्या
grand
situation?
conclusion. Are we
क्योंकि
gonna
कल एक match
utilize
देखने का
the
time में
possible
मिला
fall that
मुझे.
we have more if we get to overtime or not? We'll wait and see. That
Scorecard
operator
भी ढंग से नहीं
will
देगा
get
कल तो.
salvaged and taken over into this fresh round. Francis is going to be picking up some lighter shields behind it. It'll be a necessary round for Nongshim to get back to continue in on this map at least and try to close the series 2-0. Or for Riddle to show some domination, to show some grit.
Do love this play straight through the teleporter to try and find some information, but they're just going to have to leave him there for now. They are still creeping in towards it slowly, but the gate crash out runs out of time.
The way to get in, though, together for Nongshim, hold some crossfires. Danby, Divey. See what they're going to be able to do, but as they are smoked off, it kind of gives an isolated fight from Danby's sake.
Soldam immediately spotted out as well, so he's going to have to refract out. Danby getting that opening onto Yatska, but traded. So one of the impact players down, but obviously still that operator up for Francis, respectfully, though, on the other side of the map. So it looks like we should very well find this spike plant. Now they're trying to sort of clear their way around the lane. So it's actually Kaide to push forward. Great pick from X-Ross with the Molotov there. RB getting another, and this is where the sweat does start to drip off the brow of Riddle. They've already picked up 3 rounds, including the bonus here, but now they have to try and salvage something. Soldam drops one, but Ivy straight back in. Minty does not have the orbital strike to try and deny here, does not have the utility to hold on in. It's just going to be the Molotov only, but he has to cross on towards the line, and it's a little bit awkward. He might just have the time now. Okay, that very well should be round done here. I think he might have got a little bit too early. There is still defuse time on the cards, but now you can hear the orbital. Okay, fine, done. Great round there from Minty. That's 2 in a row now where he brings through the impact, and of course this time the Zowie clutch in the 1v2.
Oh, I love the haunt that comes through from RB in that moment as well to try and make things work, right? Because you got a couple of trades that start to come on through. X-Ross with that incendiary, making sure he's got a little piece of the pie before ultimately losing his life. But in the 1 versus 2 that comes on out, that operator missing its mark is really the nail in the coffin. Francis misses that. His teammate says bye-bye. They're not holding the line together. Right? They're not switching before the retake in the 2 versus 1 to have the ammunition to spray the angles together. You missed that shot. You are done and dusted, my friend.
Oh, great pick from Francis already, though. Soldam straight into the claws, into the clutches. Obviously, he is now out. Jojo gets ripped away. Yatsuka good on the trade. They have found the site now, but again, obviously, with Francis's reposition, it means that they can reapproach this retake well. 3 versus 4 to the advantage of Nongshim.
I just want to see the drift utilized here in the 4v3 advantage, right? When the plant goes down, don't get antsy, don't get too overzealous and hungry. What Francis was kind of looking to do through that Sky Smoker tower.
Ooh, Kaide. Actually lucky to be alive in that position there. Francis gets all of the information. Yatsuka looking to get that spike down, but they can still buy time. They don't have to go through. Where do they want to take this? Francis ultimately out of the dimensional drift, so they still are locked in towards this site of A, and that means Danby has to go peeking, has to make his way through. Yatsuka using his own orbital strike, and Danby does get the cap. Kaide drops Francis, so the operator will be taken, but I don't actually know if they found Danby. They do spot him now, but he's straight back on towards that line. Minty and Kaide have to hit the shots, but they're just so nervous nervous. They're backing away. And now as the Nightfall goes out, it does mean that Kaide is going to be able to get out of there. And how quickly? Okay, spotted by the Haunt. Immediately going to go straight back through. The Prowler is going to be connecting. He's going to have to go for the take plant here. 1 versus 2 on this retake, Komodo, and I think they are going to be moving very, very quickly, and yes, they will. RB gets the catch, and the pressure too much for Kaide to handle. Nongshim on the board.
Yeah, finally able to get one. Got a little bit dicey, though, when you're looking at Francis at the tower. Gets the drift on. No one's really peeking in together for the frags. They're waiting to see if Riddle Order are going to hit the TP or not. At the tail end of it, when Francis actually goes through the map teleporter as well, out of audible range, Gate crashes back towards tower with that operator shot that comes on through. So you're formulating a couple of good ideas for Nongshim there and hitting a couple of necessary shots as well. Danby around the satchels from Bathrooms too, just making sure he's getting a bit of the action, and feels like you're on a bit of a back foot as well for Riddle when you are kind of trying to just bully your way into the A site. It doesn't work this time. The operator, again, just gonna be carried on over to the next round to allow Francis to still try to echo out some big shots. But apart from that, Guardian, Bulldog, Lesser Shields, we've got no security on the economy just yet.
Look how quick this is. Kaide straight into that dimensional drift right now. You do see the Prowler go down towards Long, and it's the convergent path as well. This is a nice reapproach from Kaide straight on towards the side. Finds
well played!
And the head of Francis. Beautiful stuff here from Riddle Order. Nongshim can get all up in their grill on Lotus. And that's when Riddle know that it's the recipe towards success here as well, as Soldam is on the corner, is sitting elbow pretty happily. Spike now down for Kaide, but okay. Ivy's able to find one back. If he got a second here, maybe there was a chance, but it all goes back onto Danby here, only with the Guardian. The gate crash doesn't quite hit the blind side as well. Another shot, surely. Danby, you can't be getting away with this, but luckily Yatska on the flank here. However, Danby does surely have the information now. Maybe hasn't spotted him.
Let's go.
And in the end, Yatska gets the catch, and it's A-okay for Riddle. But my God, Komodo, when Danby's alive in a 1v4, you'll never count him out, will ya?
I mean, the 2 versus 5, there's just so much going through your head in that moment in time, and you're not really considering that there's going to be the flank as well. Very narrow focus was Francis on that operator. Kaide is getting in towards the site, the drift and the conversion pass exercised almost to perfection in my mind for Riddle Order in that round there.
मैं तुम लोग को ये बोल रहा था.
Doubling down in the count for
VLR. VLR. देखो, what is happening out here? Riddle Order versus Nongshim चल रहा है. अगर Riddle Order जीत जाती है, तो ये 1-2 हो जाएंगे, ये भी 1-2 हो जाएंगे. ठीक है? अपने में और नाओस में अगर कोई भी जीतता है, मतलब अपन अगर जीतते तो वेल भी 3-0 और वो ये 4-0 हो जाएंगे अगर ये जीतते हैं तो. हाँ, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट गेम है. फुल सेंस बाहर हुई है, ये दोनों में से कोई भी जीत सकता है. मैटर करता है अभी का गेम. गरम हो रहा है बे. इसी का रिमोट किधर है?
Be ridiculous to hold on in their ascension journey. See what the Eco can do this time from Nongshim, if at all anything.
Always got to be careful though, Komodo, right? You know, these rounds, these sheriffs need to be given just as much respect. Nongshim have played a very good Eco. So it's just a slow start here from Riddle.
Yep. On the right line is Kaide as well. The Outlaw.
Cutting through.
2 shots though. 3 targets. Only the 1.
Still, it's an important one though, right? The Outlaw can be collected if they wish. They choose to pull away instead. Still have the Guardian in the hands of Francis here, Komodo, and tucked in to Hookah, tucked in to elbow.
Unfortunately for Francis, he's just set the TP back towards the bedside at A, but the action's happening around this Bravo side.
They're still doing their due diligence, right? They're clearing out what they need to, refract, so they can't even get into the site straight away. Sees he's going to start to make it a little bit more uncomfortable, but now the Nightfall Yatska looking to try and clear RB. Great angle to be found Ivy also taken out of hookah, but Danby in position. Doesn't
30
quite connect on
seconds
the
left.
initial shot. Does have the showstopper, though. Something that's always a consideration here, Komodo. And now this rotation coming in around from Francis. You were talking about it potentially being the long game here, but Minty spots him. That's so important. Has to get moving very, very quickly now. Jojo will get the catch, but there's Danby. Finds one. Obviously now through the sky smoke, it makes it a little bit more awkward for him to try and find this clutch. Yatska going to be straight on towards that line, and surely a couple of little cheeky warning shots. He does get out. Danby gets another. Komodo, these are the moments he can pull off something heroic, but no. Denied. Sold out. Manages to keep them in check here, 6-1.
Oh, a little bit of confidence starting to come over for Riddle Order with finding that round. You would assume 6 rounds. Continue on this path, and you're going to make a really good attacking side happen. A couple of these moments, though. Got to pull the rug out from under them, right? A couple of sharp sheriff shots, a couple of good crossfires that don't eventuate at the end. What if that outlaw was picked up, right? What if the change was there? At least as Nongshim, you do bait out the Nightfall, so you'll take that as a little bit of a net positive for the remainder of that previous round, or the result, rather. You also pick up your Viper's Pit for this round. Ivy noted by putting down the poison orb at the front side of where Riddle are going to step up towards from Fountain to Long.
Where?
Facility is just absolved it now, but Ivy does find Kaede to start off.
Yeah, fantastic opening pick. Also, the Saturate not exactly catching either, so Ivy's found 2 absolutely for free here, Komodo. This is such an important and pivotal round for Nongshim to try and get back, and now RB will be here solo for a short minute as Francis does commence to rotate back around on towards the site, but Riddle Order have pumped the brakes. They're not going to overinvest just yet.
Yeah, no operator as well for Francis to get on that line and just look to lock down Long. Just on the Vandal. A bit of utility that he can play to and fro with RB on the site. But if you start to have a little look-see around the map, well, you might be able to catch somebody off guard on Nongshim as Riddle Order to try and equalize. And as I say that, Jojo, that's a Vandal.
A bizarre adventure potentially inbound for Jojo. As RB. Side great flick onto Minty. And now it is all left onto Jojo. He does find another, but RB just keeps on keeping on. A second round for Nongshim.
So be careful when you're going for these little Vandal sprays through smokes generally, right? That's why you generally see the favorability of the Phantom in those bits, but Jojo just somehow able to catch a little straggler in the movement from Nongshim. I think you might be able to find that kill over towards A short as well, and you're starting to work back into the round as Riddle. Doesn't come out, though, with the 2 alive scenario for Nongshim to get a second round on the board, but again, it's just a wonky buy that's going to come through in a small variety. A light shield in there, a judge for Francis in the showers.
Oh my word, Francis! Looks straight into the jaws of the Prowler, does not give a damn. And he's even going to be looking to find an additional shot onto Jojo too, but he does pull away in the end. The only sort of respite here is maybe that X-Ross and Francis are somewhat low, but Yatska caught lacking, caught slacking. Now it's going to be such a challenging reposition for them here. Again, obviously just an eco round, Komodo, but Soldam is getting a little bit hot under the collar there onto that Molotov, and he's going to get caught by Danby now. This is a very, very scrappy round, albeit, again, an eco.
Yeah. How is that Bucky of Soldam not finished off X-Ross? It went into the face in lamps, mate. That shouldn't be happening.
So Jojo just gonna take some time, have a little bit of a wander, maybe looking for the chance of a spike plant, but I think it might be a little bit overstretched. And
30 seconds
Komodo,
left.
just start to walk me through, I guess, you know, this little return where Nongshim have 3. So how doable is
also
this?
slabs, yaar.
I mean, Bind, you know, the attacking side that they'll switch over to later on is generally the side that they do dictate a little bit of sway. But again, it's still not a map that we're very well associated with for them so far in recent history as well. And it does change with Exros coming into this roster too. They're changing roles. So there's not a lot of stock that we can see in history to translate into it, right? They have to feel it within inside the server. The adjustments, they weren't really behind over on Lotus. So it's figuring out in the moment on this map right now what to do. What can they draw upon from the Paper Rex?
play,
And as
bhai,
I
bahut
say
jan
that,
banate.
this is literally what Paper Rex do, isn't it?
Here he is, Danby, the man opening up for
Ye
the
play,
team, and
bahut
Francis
banati
just
hai Paper
following
X.
along in
Ye
tow.
Paper X
RB
play.
to catch Kaide. Oh, Komodo, that was such a beautiful set play to come out from Nongshim. There was no chance that they lost that one.
It is legitimately what we see from Pac-Man throwing in that haunt, and then you've got the flash that goes down. That's something we'll usually do. Danby, you switch him for Jin. They're Paper X'd it. It is gorgeous. It is a strength of this composition there. And they've pulled it out at the perfect time to catch Riddle Order off guard, who were already looking, you know, from the eco the last round into a buy there to get destroyed. That this is where things get a little bit more worrisome, right? They were set onto something like a 9-3, 8-4. Could have even gone the 10-2 before we saw, you know, the extra couple of rounds come through. Now you see those 2 rounds come through almost convincingly from Nongshim. You do start to get a little bit more paranoid that the scoreline might tie up.
You were talking about lack of pauses, right? And clearly that round was enough for Coach Wars to take a breather. Try to get back into the ears and the minds of Riddle Order. They've built this advantage. They built these foundations, but if they don't have all the prelay, can't get the bricks up, roof on, it's not going to be a home here for Riddle Order, and they'll be heading back to Japan.
And that's going to be a bit of a worrisome thing as well, right? Because while we've got such dedicated fans from Japan in the support of DFM and Zeta, they have not really been doing too much over in Pacific, have they? Zeta Division bombed out. We forget the Paper X win that they had, essentially. DFM, very, very reliant on May having some nuclear performances. The fans want wins. Riddle has been winning domestically this year. Everything. Is this the hurdle where they fall over?
Catch them.
As a long-time Laz fan, Komodo, it would be beautiful to see Japanese Valorant pumped in with some extra life, and Riddle need to carry the region through to Pacific. Solely on their shoulders here now. Francis somehow gets away with one. No, it's Danby lining him up. A pea shooting gallery again, just an eco, but still being able to do it. Francis all up in their faces. Danby looking to find 4, and surely he will absolutely give him the ace at this point. He's hungry for it. Looking to dive on in to try and take Soul down. But unfortunately, Francis decides to steal it. Come on, man.
He's wallbanged him through the wall there. Because that's how wallbang works, of course. But the paint shells even were online to find the ace. That is a roughin'. Ah, boy. Would have liked to seen him gather that one from the effort and the sheer aim department that he comes out with.
He knows exactly. I'm sure Francis said, sorry, bro. I didn't mean it.
I smack you. We will not tolerate an ace steal here. It's all right. Hey, 5-6 though. Nongshim coming back on this defensive side, which is a bit of a bother for Riddle now. They will have another buy to come in and 4 ults to back it up on this attacking side. But in my mind, a couple of those ults, you want to get in the post, right? The orbital, the pit.
Riddle are fumbling. There's no other way to put it right now.
Yeah. Can they really get into the post play? That's what we're chasing.
Desperation now starting to come through. This would be such an important round for Riddle to gather. 6-6 in the half for Nongshim will be something that they can deliver them some comfort onto that attacking side.
That was actually
already weakened. Kaide, the Yoru, going down, makes it just that.
Francis is drifting, but all this utility on the A side already just gives it up, doesn't it?
Convergent paths popped, and Soldam finds one, but not before Ivy drops his teammate in Minty, and immediately on the flank here, Komodo already starting to strangle. The Nightfall goes through. That's going to get all that information, and the Orbital strike to do it too. Danby finds Soldam. It's on to Jojo and Yatsuka to try and get it done, but obviously they've got that information. Danby inside the pit. He bites the snake down. And Exros to put the final bullet of the chamber into Yatska. There it is, 6-6 the scoreline. Nongshim have brought this back firmly.
Oh, we were talking about this map of Binders probably not going to be as scrappy, close, and brutal and played the way of Lotus. But right now, Nongshim have opened up their eyes. They are awakened in this map, and they are making it look as chaotic as Lotus was. But will it continue into the second half? Because there's now some time for Riddle Order to piece things together, because they need to change it up come defense.
म्यूट भाई, लेकिन मेरे को एक चीज नहीं समझ में आ रही अभी तक। हाँ, ट्राई हो गया। ओके हो गया काम। भाई नोंगशिम फोड़ रही है, नोंगशिम फोड़ रही है। आई कांट हेल्प एक्चुअली। मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता।
Look how separated they are now, Komodo. It's awkward. Minty gonna have to try and do something inside the sky smoke here, but Francis, I think, is gonna start to creep on through. Okay, he gets the catch at 2-on-2 now on the table.
Next Ross. Gonna go for the plant, Ivy for the protector. They're not gonna choose to TP instead. They know where Minty is. They know where Jojo was. To group up and link up together.
Okay.
Has to be a tandem play, right? Takes two to tango. Sitting back, X-Ross. Paper thin is that box, and I ain't talking the caster. Making their way through now in towards the cubby. They do swing out together, but X-Ross is just too good. The newest addition to the side of Nongshim, getting it done with a 3K on the Brimmy.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people would be questioning, right? Nongshim, why are we changing players? Why are we getting rid of Persia? He's adopted a style for this team for so long. He knows the ins and outs of every single player. He was the leader for so long. We changed it up with Margaret out, Nabi in. We changed it up with Persia out. The top performer of Ascension last year, by the way, gone for this year's Ascension. And X-Ross to come on in, looking hit and miss. To come out with something like that, even just in the 2 versus 2, to get the double there, to take the lead for Nongshim, instill individual confidence for him. It's the biggest propeller for a new guy into a squad.
Couple of warning shots there from Francis. Doesn't quite connect, however.
बहुत गंदा लग रहा है
Good
मेरे को।
recovery
इतना अच्छा
of the
लीड
orb, bit of
लेके
control,
initial
trying to
phase
get a
में
little bit more proactive whilst they've got not much to work with.
तुम ऐसे मोमेंट पे पीछे हुए
It
हो
should be the
जिसका कोई
freebie
मतलब
round
ही
for
नहीं
Nongshim,
बनता।
right? After Riddle finding first, both maps.
Shot.
It's a good start at least. It's a good answer onto
It
Ivy.
is. All three is a peak together. Down short, Komodo. It's a beautiful start. But now these both members in hookah for Riddle. They are a little bit sort of trapped in towards this corner here. But, you know, it's a free entry into the site. It's going to be a pretty tough settle in for Nongshim here.
Oh, Francis with the Marshall pushing in this location as well.
Oh,
He's just
no!
going to get destroyed. This is now workable for Riddle.
It really is. Beautiful stuff so far from Riddle. They're hopping in. They're playing it very casually, but it's working for them. Now Danby has been spotted. It's going to be a little bit of a feel back here as they all start to swing in towards elbow now. The wrap in coming in from the garden Komodo. The flank is occurring, but Danby has found 3 in the process. Molotov's still here. And now they've got the Prowlers as well. They're going to be able to gather a hell of a lot of information. They're burning. They're yearning for the mines right now as Jojo puts them in the dirt. RB has to be the clutch minister here, the veteran, to try and make this work here for Nongshim. Half on the defuse. They're not checking the right corners. They get the information. But RB, he can buy the additional time to just try and clear it here. Jojo not going to be able to get onto it. My God, Nongshim are going to be breathing a sigh of relief there as the Zowie clutch goes the way of RB.
Oh, the veteran, he has just cloaked himself in mystery, hasn't he? He's hidden in hookah, not revealing his position for the 1 versus 2, and he's playing the mental game in that one. The veteran gets the job done in a round that could have gone very, very wrong for them with the shots that Riddle start to come out with. Now we finally get the guns for the Japanese team in the server as well to try and have an answer. It's been 7 in a row for Nongshim. This is the time for Riddle to start to get back into this map.
Riddle really need to try and capitalize from here. They lose this and all of a sudden you might think that their journey through Ascension might be departing early.
I mean, it's kind of been the biggest thing, hasn't it? The performers throughout the year, the performers from last year's Ascension, not delivering kind of a little bit as expected.
The second one as well from RB, right? You know, they lost basically every single weapon in that previous round, but with only some pistols, it wasn't really too much of a stress. Yatsuka does manage to get one back, but now Minty's going to be hearing all of the audible. He dodges the Prowler. He manages to slip the net here. There's an opportunity here now. Komodo for Minty. It's only 2. RB gets it back, and all of a sudden this round is workable. Sold out on the site. The Seas goes deep and a little bit too far. Ivy now needs to be the snake. How sharp is his bite? 21 points of HP. They wait for the rotation of Yatsuka to come on now. High and over the top, but Soldan will collect the bag. 7 for Riddle. And you can see how much it means to these players. Up and about, out of the seat. Fantastic play from Minty.
A little bit too wide at the end there for Ivy to be able to allocate either of the prey there. But you're exactly right. In the sky smoke, just dancing around that one. The Prowler dodge, not going to spot him. Some really big shots to coming out in a necessary round. I highlighted it just before, right? 7 in a row that we've seen there for Nongshim. Finally, Riddle get one back. And they still present a pretty decent buy coming into the next round. The Bulldog and the Guardian, sure. But a battle already throughout the showers. They are going to win as well. Francis again being sprayed down by Kaede on the Yoru.
Such an important pick onto Francis. One of those impact players, but obviously Danby's still alive. One away from the showstopper.
Soldar has picked up the convergent pass for this round too, Mitch. Could be quite vital to stall and gain good favor. He's at the right spot too of the Nongshim members around this.
Oh, I was going to say the orbital strike has been removed and the convergent path gives an additional time to Soldan. Great catch. And the refract out as well, so he will be living on for a little while longer. However, X-Ross has caught Jojo in the process, and that's his own orbital strike. Nobody inside the lamps. But it does give them that space on towards the site. But Komodo, again, it's this big flank. There is no of that utility to try and watch them. They do start to creep their way in. I don't know if Ivy's going to be able to get into position in time. And Soldan gets the catch, but it's Danby alive in the clutch. The refract out, the fake out has been destroyed. But Danby, he slips the net around the back of triple here. They line up for him, but Yatsuka's going to deny. Riddle have tied up the scoreline again. The beast has awoken.
That's really big. That is really big for Riddle Order in this one. Bopping around the map, winning the opening fight, not even seeing your opponents. There's a reason that I highlight Soldan getting that convergent pass online as this waylay, right? Individual plays are very possible when you've got that ult and light speed there, and it's such a narrow focused laneway that your opponents get caught in. No way that both of the Nongshim members are getting out of that situation. Very good on the quick recognition front for Riddle there, and a great close as well, not giving Danby the opportunity opportunity. The economy gets a bit broken here for Nongshim. This is the best time for Riddle to regain control.
Really need this round. Kaide not going to be caught out by that Prowler, but Danby straight on in there. Does he get the information? No, it's sold out to find Ivy. Exactly right. Yatsuka did cop a little bit of damage, which has obviously paid dividends here as Danby gets all up and personal. Some more damage from Francis, but Kaide brings out that shorty, able to do a little bit more as RB also manages to avoid. Danby now low HP alongside Exos. Minty has to join the fray and try and get this done. It's so uncomfortable for them now. Kaide will be moving out of the showers, but will he be clean?
It's a 3 versus 2, but Nongshim are really low. They park it for a moment. They don't hit the TP. They're just trying to disconnect the Riddle guys that are still alive here. And you can see that Minty is starting to fall away from it.
Fake teleport.
They're waiting for
the
this
reload.
wrap.
Exactly. I don't think Kaide's prepared for it. He watched the flank for long enough, but how long's he going to stay in towards this shower? Oh, it's going to be so timing. Yeah, exactly. He turns around at the most opportune, but it's wrong. And now it's all left onto Minty to try and clutch this one out. It would have to be the 1 versus 3 inside the Sky Smoke. He tries to bait it out. Will the shot connect? No, not quite. No, not quite. There's so much pressure on this right now for Minty, but Danby, there is no player in the world that takes those risks. And no player as well that finds the same rewards.
I mean, it kind of feels like in that smoke as well, when you're trying to establish the plant, you're doing a little bit of Neo from the Matrix, dodging every single bullet that is being shot your way. 3 players there for Nongshim alive, 3 players that are significantly low. And in your head, when you are Riddle, you're thinking to yourself, why aren't they planting? They've got numbers. Why are they waiting? A flank is possible. It is just the microsecond that you look away. I thought that Kaede was so aware of it, but it doesn't happen, and the Thrifty comes through for Nongshim. And Riddle present no real buy in this round either as well. Some Sheriffs, a classic for Kaede, the Bucky for Soldarm. They need a little bit of luck to go their way this time.
Toxin screen down.
Riddle, again, feeling like a little bit of an underdog inside this series. Trying to fly high.
Just
very tough without the weaponry.
Very patient for Nongshim at the moment. You draw out a lot of your opponent's utility in this sort of situation as well, and it does make the closing remarks of this round a bit easier. But the transition now to the A site, they're gonna stack up the 4 players to Riddle. It'll give them a fair fight at least.
Let's go on this line. Danby, of course, is going to find the opening, isn't he? Very, very bold position to be playing in here. The Haunt will gather a hell of a lot of information. And okay, Kaide's found Francis.
30 seconds
Ivy
left.
also stuck in the corner here. Minty straight on towards that line. Komodo, oh, it's happening. It's happening right now. The spike down. Hinata Shoyo, Minty making it all work. As Soldam also gets another. Beautiful stuff so far from the Brimstone. The spike is dropped high. All chaos on the volleyball court, Komodo. This is what happens in these moments.
Mate,
when the stress hits. Oh, God.
Just bounding around in that one. I'm thinking to myself, all right, you're against pistols. You've still got enough time to get in towards that A site. I need to see a couple of those shots that we didn't get to over on A, because Kaide's shot kind of starting it off a little bit, but the double in hookah. The Sheriff is sharp today. Here's a re-look back at that classic. Just swing it on in like a Ferrari. Drive on by.
2 shots from hookah.
Yeah.
And that's all they need, right?
It's a Thrifty to answer a Thrifty. A little bit of luck does come in there. That's what you want to see for Riddle to keep this one, I'll say, entertaining. At least here for all of the viewers. In the server, though, Nongshim, they don't like that. They would have felt in the driver's seat firm after getting the Thrifty themselves.
Listen to me right now, my friend. How long have we had our eyes on Asian TAC FPS? There is a reason. So much electricity, so much hype, so much, you know, highlight moments come out of this region. It's
literal blood,
they thrive
sweat,
in the
and
chaos.
tears.
That's it, my friend. There's a reason this region has so many eyes on it permanently. The entertainment value, the stock is high.
And this one can go any which way at the moment as well, right? For Riddle to stay in this tournament, to have a chance to getting to Pacific. On their runs previously, the same thing for 4 of the players, right? They've been here before.
12.
They've done this before. You're exactly right, by the way. Danby, just give him the neon from the first map and he can be happy. He can translate into the Rays of Bind as well. But for Nongshim too, right? The team that was doing some damage in Pacific this year, they want to go back. They need to go back.
It's going to be quick. Or is it? They've actually slowed it sort of down. They've just started to push Soldam in towards position. The Haunt, though, going means that Danby is well and truly aware. So they've slotted away now. It's not going to be the early contest.
Oh, grouping up together as Nongshim. You do have the buy into this round as well. You've got the drift for Francis that can be sent in first or later. He's just on an island by himself towards the showers. It'll start to go on in. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Soldarm. He's going to be here for a quick flank.
Oh, Kaide gets the information, but unfortunately doesn't quite connect onto the shot there, and Francis is finding a hell of a lot of information right now as he heads in towards the lamps, but will he be able to capitalize on towards this position? The convergent pass pops as well. Soldam finding information from the flank, and he dives quick over towards the top, but the problem is with that shorty, damage at a distance is not its friend right now, but at the other side, it is Nongshim dismantling this Riddle Order defense. Jojo trying to get in towards position. Minty will find one, and it's on to half, but denied quickly. Francis still living, thriving in the moment. Nongshim immediately denied. They will not let the Thrifty get them down.
We will not go into the night with any clean and concise Valorant gameplay right now. It is chaotic. It is dancing around the site, and it is just getting dirty in the mud.
Soldam overcooking.
The nightfall that goes on in was the perfect time for Soldam to get that flank happening. He pulls the pin on it a little bit too early in my mind there. Only able to get the one. Overheating, as you say, in the moment there. But it's just the recognition from Nongshim that they need to protect that spike as well for Francis to get on in and seal the deal. Now the freshie operator is out for Kaide to lock down showers. The pit to do the same for the front side of A short. Does this incentivize Nongshim to look to greener pastures over at the B site now?
Riddle lose this, they likely lose the game, Komodo.
Toxin screen down.
It's going to be an important one for sure.
Spike.
Money in the bin. It is a necessary round for Riddle right now. And while we know that pressure can make diamonds, it can also
break into pieces.
Absolutely crush you.
Need to be able to handle that pressure to get the outcome, Komodo. When all this weight is on your shoulders and you've got a wild Danby heading up in your place, you need to be like Yatska showing up to the fray. Soldam also dropping Francis. Two very important members as Yatska continues inside this pit. He is the Shogun. He is the leader.
I don't know.
From high up in the Osaka castle, the man gets the job done. Ivy, last person standing, 10 HP. No hopes, no dreams, just the crosshair of Kaide. And he will connect. But it's Yatsuka, the hero, once more, ruling upon Nongshim.
I wonder if that's a case where they feel like the Viper's Pit is going to be a little bit weaker than it seems, right? When you've got the Stinger in play from Yatsuka, you're thinking that there may only be one player around it, but Soldarm is there to help out the situation too. A little bit one-dimensional to come through from Nongshim in this round, to be honest with you, right? 5 players to go through the Viper's Pit, taking all the toxins through their bodies. Not the greatest clearance in the world. Now we tie it up. They go in for a half buy. Some stability for Riddle Order towards their own money, with the result of that last round being a situation where it's flawless, right? All 5 alive, really big. Soldarm's picked up the convergent paths again. Feels like he just damn well used it.
It's going to be another one of those tight duels, right? Weaponry, not exactly the best here for Nongshim. A couple of kills and we'll be closer to that orbital strike for Minty. And once again, inside hookah. Now the pressure starts to come on through and he's taken down. Oh, that is an important pick to be found here for Nongshim. Red Force. Jojo also denied Komodo. It keeps happening. This game will not die. The enemies will not fall. And now they have to move quickly. The conversion pass straight on out. The showstopper popped as well for Danby. It's going to be chaos continuing to ensue as Yatska taken down. Danby, the awareness. And look at this. They have to exit. They will not get into the... Oh my God, they're not singing tonight. No karaoke today.
You've got the convergent pass that goes in and the saturate, but there's no one that's able to just follow in behind that one, is it? You've got Ivy getting that utility down for the Snake's Bite to just stop you away. You've got the Showstopper, which makes you quake in your boots as well. Where is that one going? That's a nice shot from Kaede. But the Showstopper that takes out Yaska just makes it very difficult for Kaede and Soldan to get back in towards any sense of a retake. The 11th will first be secured by Nongshim.
Thrifty.
And it's another Thrifty that comes through. Thought that it might be a little bit more than a Thrifty considering the start and the investment that we actually did have with some Stingers and a Guardian in the mix, but it doesn't really matter because, well...
Look at this. Oh, the fadeaway. It's beautiful. Literal slam dunk there from Danby. Sorry, I was not familiar with your game. Well, actually, I absolutely was when he's back on this duel list.
अभी भी आपसे जीत सकती है रिडल ऑर्डर लेके जाओ थर्ड बार
Another buy though here for Riddle Order. This is gonna have to be everything for them because if they do drop this one, yeah, they've got a couple of players still with the money, but it puts Nongshim on series point and it puts you red in the face as Riddle.
It really is. That's one of your most pivotal members going down as well. And no, Kaede straight into the crosshair of Ivy. It's all starting to break apart here for Riddle. Denied in the playoffs, potentially. This was their chance. So far from home, so far from Japan. Trying to show their mettle here in Bangkok. And it's all Nongshim at this point in time, unless Yatska can be the hero once again from his home.
At least a
initial calling found cross. But now, Danby's looking to get activated as well. They do have the flank ready for Minty. Again, that orbital strike surely on the cards. But as they keep on walking, Komodo, they're still making their way in. Minty with two. There it is. That's the time of the opportunity now. The high heavens will open up, but Danby denies. Yatska goes down. There's still a moment, still an opportunity. Unless Jojo has something to say about it. But on the flank, he narrowly misses. Minty gonna try and hold on. The sky smoke to go down. The Molotov to just shake them out a little bit. Up from the heavens now, dropping in towards the side around triple Minty. The shorty is there, but he crosses it around, and it's going to be RB to put the nail in the coffin. Nongshim, hold on.
Bhai Saab. एंटी हो गया रे क्रेजी एंटी हो गया निकाल सकती है अभी भी रिडल निकाल सकती है जस्ट 2 मोर राउंड्स उसके बाद ओटी लेके जाओ ओटी में फंसाओ 26 ओवर का गेम भी गया कल्याण आज ये मैच का कल्याण हो गया बेस्ट ऑफ 3 में हमारे ये मैच का कल्याण हो चुका है हम सोच रहे थे 3-0 जीतेंगे बट ना हो पाई
Admittedly, my God, the pressure, you lose your 2 jewelers straight off the rip. But now it's 12. 2 to close the gap to take us to overtime.
And also, right, the orbital strike that Minty gathered there,
gone.
Used in the round. Imagine if it wasn't and you had it in this scenario. This has got to be an absolute heartbreaker for Riddle, but at least they have a buy, right? They've got some primary rifles. They can start to at least try and manage the situation as best as possible. With, it's not under an econ state, right? An opening kill, though, you feel is going to be absolutely required.
One singular chance per
भाई
year.
सेटअप अच्छा था लेकिन वो वाला राउंड मेरे को अभी भी अच्छा लग रहा है नाउ
tagline this year. Well, Komodo, exactly.
The round where
come take it.
फेड
Riddle
का
needs to
आया
do
आया,
exactly
योरो
that.
का फ्लैश आया और उसके
And
बाद रेस
they
का
can't
डबल सैचल करके वो लोग
miss
ने
a
B-long
beat
पे
right
control
now.
लिया. बहुत क्रेजी था वो.
Jojo going to secure a little bit of information that B Long needs some eyes toward it. Similarly, over in the showers, a prowler that comes out there from RB containing some info in the showers that there's a bit of a double peak at the moment. Who falls
बस
first
GG ना हो जाए भाई
in the next
रिडल का
50
इधर. बुरा
seconds?
लगेगा बे रिडल के लिए. I don't know why.
Kaide.
Buy some.
Nice shot.
Kaide, yeah. Oh, he gets the shoulder. He was the first to go down in that previous round with the operator. But he gets one back.
important.
RB down.
It's important that he gets the kill and gets out as well, right? Not being too hungry to try and do a little bit more for the squad. He's now one away from the drift. Picking that up would be quite massive. Some more information on the back of this B site, but it's all a ruse to try and draw a couple of rotations away.
So I was about to say, it looked like Soldan was going to try and get his way through that one, but Minty at least able to deny Francis. Refract out. He will live on for a little while longer inside the lands. Kaide, oh, this could be big if he's able to find the shot, but no. Vulnerable. Has to be careful. Needs to play this one with the team right now. 4 versus 3, and look at the big flank.
That's another flank. We
Flank
always see a
is
flank from Riddle.
okay. You can flash out and
Can't be in
actually take
position,
the
though.
side.
Kaide, got to be watching his 6 right now. Soldam ready to get on in with that light speed. Ivy around the bend, though, will be able to get the first catch.
खत्म कर दिया Ivy ने.
Ivy! He might be the one to deny the hopes and dreams of Riddle. Unless Yatska, one of the players that we've been talking about, only with a stinger. With the Viper, you know it can bite, you know it can strike, picks up the Vandal, has the time, but has to check the corner, has to find his position
Yes,
now,
Mark,
looking
get
in
on
towards
the
it. But what would you...
पांचवा गया. वाओ. ये तो स्पॉन्सर्ड बाय हेयर डॉट. क्या है? इसको हटा नहीं सकते अपन. या आर्ट्स को नहीं हटा सकते. Why can't we remove the arts? केएल राहुल वॉशिंगटन सुंदर क्या बचा है हमारे पास अब. केएल राहुल इज बैटिंग गुड. नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी बचे और ओवर बचे हैं हमारे पास 6 ओवर में एटलीस्ट नहीं नहीं करके भी 60 रन तो बनाने पड़ेंगे. 2 6 मारा. वेल प्लेड. दो 6 मारा तो वेल प्लेड. लाइक करो तुम लोग, सब्सक्राइब करो. अपन वाडल खेलते तब तक एक गेम लगेगा करेगा. बहुत टाइम है.
वर्डल वाडल कनेक्शंस तीनों खत्म कर लेंगे. एजेंट आज पता नहीं क्यों वेले लिखने का मूड हो रहा है. पहले सब गलत है. सारे डुलिस्ट को यहाँ पे कट ऑफ कर दो. मेल है, कंट्रोलर भी नहीं है, डुलिस्ट भी नहीं है.
फेड थी. नेवर माइंड. स्प्लिट है ना ये तो. है मिडी तो मिड टॉप होगा. भाई वीडियो दिखाना.
On site one. He doesn't expect you, Ryan.
Last player
Oh, what the fuck was that?
remaining.
0 bullets. Oh shit.
Spike planted.
ये एफके लिखता है. लो रैंक है. नहीं नहीं हाय हाय. असेंडेंट में.
Oh my god.
Good
I
save.
saw that, dude. How do you one tap you? What? Like he was.
हार्बर. हुर्रा बुर्रा. Tostra. Nebula. Smith Classic. अबे कहाँ गई स्माइट? हाँ they feared it, they would feel so much more than that. Fade. Neon. Fear that.
They fear death. They should fear so much more than that.
ले भाई. Easy as sheet. Now let's. बढ़िया हुआ भाई. Now let's go to Wartel. Uttar Puppapal. Hey, Uttar Puppapal.
पता नहीं क्यों. दो वर्ड्स पहले मिल गए ना. अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि भाई एल भी है. EL. अब ला फर्स्ट स्टेप टू वर्ड्स. स्टील. हाय. और कितने हुए? स्टील नहीं है. पील नहीं है. Ideal. Okay. Yep. Let's go. Play. Fall leaves. Fall spill. Tumble. Wipe out. गिरना ही बोलते हैं. Let's go. भाई है अपने में थोड़ी बहुत इंग्लिश आती है अपने को. थोड़ी सी ही आती है. Leaves, crunchy, spine. Door, cover. क्या होगा और क्या हो सकता है? Lip, cover, wig, jacket. भाई फोन एक तो गिरते रहता है. एक सेकंड गाइस, भाई कौन है? Let's see. Crunchy. Over. Or. Let's. भाई मार्स है, स्कोर भी है, क्रंच भी है, बराबर। डब तो भाई इधर साबुन मिलता है। सर की तो ऐसी के तैसी भाई। बग अब नहीं पता चल रहा है। आउट। ये तो लास्ट बचा है अभी, ये क्या होता है बता। नाइस ट्राई।
Me, I'm amused by them.
I'm always amused watching Nongshim. They're a fun team to watch. There's no two ways about it. I think composure is truly the key word here of the day for Nongshim Red Force. I think you can see in how they play. They look to immediately settle into the games. And even when they don't, like in this bind game, being down 6-1, they trust that they have the ability to bring it back. We see how many ecos they're managing to get, and that's because they never count themselves out of any round. They know that they have that skill and ultimately, like, smarts, I would say, to be able to win even the most difficult rounds. They're not phased when the opponents look good because they know that they can be better. That comes from a lot of hard work, a lot of success in the past, and ultimately a lot of time together that we know that they've had, of course, living together in Korea for Pacific last year. So I think composure is the key word for them. I think you really hit the nail on the head there. That's the biggest advantage that they're going to have moving forward. They know that they've won this tournament before. They know that they played against the best teams in the world over in Pacific. There's nobody else who's going to be as experienced as these guys being that full.
अभी गेम लगेगा, टाइम लगेगा भाई, गेम को बहुत टाइम जाएगा। नोंगशिम 2-1 हो गई है -1 के साथ। इफ वी गो टू 3-0 बहुत मजा आएगा भाई, हम ऊपर चले जाएंगे, बहुत बढ़िया। अरे ये देखो, मेरे को पता है गाइस बुरा क्या लगता है। सॉम वॉच पार्टी कर रहा है, लेट्स गो। अब यहाँ से अगर फोन गिरा ना, FNC वर्सेस एम कोई का यहाँ पे LOL में ये चल रहा है वर्ल्ड्स में. I'm back. Cooking shuking Hindi. Gold device birthday celebration. Manchao soup. फोन गिरने वाला है. यूफो भाई का ब्लॉग देखते हैं तब तक. ये वाला मैंने ब्लॉग नहीं देखा, मैंने सेकंड वाला देखा. ये वाला देखते हैं. यूफो बाय.
Oh, wow. 5-6 barrels और सब में ऐसा आग आ रहा है लिटरली.
Thailand vlog with the team. ठीक है.
Guys, so vlogging time, but you already know where I am. So Thailand आ चुके हैं, स्वर्णभूमि एयरपोर्ट BKK, and टीम के मैचेस हैं. Today is 12th of October, so matches are from 15.
ठीक है.
I'm 3 days right before the thing, before the event, and आज मीडिया डे है in some time. I've just landed. भाई सिम वगैरह मिल रहा है. Let's see. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा महंगा रहता है मेरे को लगता है एयरपोर्ट पे, बट कोई नहीं. Let's check. So फटाफट एक बार let's complete the immigration, and उसके बाद आप लोग को प्लान ऑफ एक्शन बताऊंगा, क्या शेड्यूल है, क्या कैसे है, एंड क्या क्या होने वाला है इस व्लॉग में, एंड व्हाट द टीम इज़ गोना डू. आई विल अपडेट यू विद एवरीथिंग. एयरपोर्ट लोग बोलते भाई कलर्स तो है यार, एस्थेटिक्स. व्हाट्स अप?
क्या?
ऐसा नहीं. Also, I've been vlogging after a very long period of time. I feel I've lost the touch, but I hope right. So for my way back towards the hotel is very simple. Grab बोल के कैप है, वो इंस्टॉल कर लिया. It's like literally half the price or like peanuts when you're coming to Thailand, and आपको वहाँ पे Fortuner वगैरह सब मिल जाते हैं. I'm getting one for like 200 baht. एंड व्हाट अ फास्ट इमिग्रेशन यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ ऑलरेडी पहले से करके रखा था. देयर इज अ TDAC फॉर्म which you have to fill when you are coming to Thailand these days, and that will make your life easier. You have to do it. It's compulsory. You have to fill it. It's like a arrival card. Visa on arrival is free. You don't really have to pay anything. So I got my car, I feel. पर ने सिम वगैरह कुछ भी लिया नहीं. फ्री का जो वाईफाई होता है ना, उस पर चलाया. ऐप पहले से इंस्टॉल था. And this is it. The cab is coming. It's already here, and see, we got sweet Fortuner luggage आ गया अपना, and we're heading towards the area now. Bye-bye airport. See you after some good long time, I believe.
Let's go.
टीम अच्छा करेगी तो अपन रहेंगे यहाँ पे with the team, right? So let's go. अभी आप लोग को बताता हूँ मैटर क्या है. So the team was doing their pop-up boot camp in Chennai, and they were in LXG. वो place shut down हो गया जहाँ पे हम practice कर रहे थे on 30th of September. So उसके बाद we were left with 2 options. Either the players come back to Hyderabad or they can come to Thailand. So we decided कि हम लोग Thailand में टीम को लेके आएंगे. They came to मतलब पॉपअप बूट कैम्प कॉल्ड रंगसित गेमिंग हाउस. is similar to the boot camp that we previously stayed in. Yesterday they came to the hotel that has been provided to them by the publisher.
Heading to the base.
डेंजर सीन हुआ है
भाई इन लोगों को बहुत हेल्दी खाना मिला है अपेरेंटली. प्रोटीन, चिकन ब्रेस्ट,
नो सॉल्ट नो पेपर नथिंग बोल रहा है कि ये क्या दिया हम लोग को भाई. हम ये तो जिम करने वालों को देते हैं तो ये हम लोग कैसे खाएंगे भाई. ये मेरे को देखो, ये खाना मेरे लिए नहीं बना है
भाई. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट इज कि हमारी टीम में बहुत वैरायटी ऑफ लोग हैं. वो आर रस जो कभी कभी हेल्दी, कभी कभी कुछ भी. और
नहीं है कोई चीज
दो चीज में नो. हमारा और रेवन शौकीन है, लेकिन वो लोग शौकीन फूडी है. मतलब has been handling and taking care of the team from Chennai. He came as a savior because मैं जा नहीं सकता था. अन्ना के बोलने पे, मेरे रिक्वेस्ट करने पे कांचा था, फट से आ गए. थैंक यू सो मच. हाथ में दर्द हो गया, इतने दिन से व्लॉग नहीं किया बोल के. बांगना एरिया, बांगना. एंड अभी हम लोग जा रहे हैं 7-Eleven टू गेट सम वाटर. वॉ फॉर अस. वॉशरूम में हैंड वॉश नहीं था. पूरे 7-Eleven में इतना बड़ा स्टोर है, देख लो अच्छे से. खाली ये एक है. पब्लिक इधर हाथ नहीं धोती क्या भाई? कैसे? बट कोई नहीं. और गाइस ये द फेमस वो सूंघने वाला चीज, होंग ठोंग या पता नहीं क्या बोलते हैं इसको, होंग थाई. तो गाइस यू माइट बी वंडरिंग कि हम लोग इतना दूर क्यों गए थे ये पानी लेने के लिए. ये जो होटल आप देख रहे हो, ये होटल का जो पानी है वो बहुत प्योर है. अल्ट्रा प्योर मैक्स.
Climate change. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but history has shown us that we can overcome big challenges.
So guys, this is the room with the view and the temporary practice setup they have given. Not bad. I think they've taken out the beds and everything. 6 KB है. हाँ correct. 400 hertz है. Correct.
बढ़िया है. 5 सेटअप.
चलो भाई.
छोटा सा एरिया.
Hello guys, we have Golumon in our.
Golumon. Hello.
Awkward. Lipstick. Shit काले मेरे. नहीं सॉरी. वैसलीन इन होठों को रसीला बनाए. और तैयार. ओह वाह. क्या खा रहे हो चड्डी खोल के?
वो तो फिर रूम में पता चलेगा.
Guys, we have the coach here.
बजाज साहब भी आ गए. वो विकेट गया. $123.8. अभी भी 2 मिनट है.
We have the coach के coach, and then we have the coach maker, the lobby of makers in the front. अभी हम लोग जा रहे हैं मीडिया डे के लिए एक ऑफ बीट लोकेशन में. कुछ तो कॉन्सेप्ट शूट हो रहा है. देखते हैं क्या होगा. बारिश हो रही है यहाँ पे बहुत बैगन. क्या हुआ? क्या हुआ टोफू को?
टोफू खाया नहीं जाएगा, बहुत गंदा है.
टोफू. यस, टोफू को टेस्टी कैसे बनाया जाए बताएं कमेंट सेक्शन में.
You go back. आवाज क्यों नहीं आ रही है?
ये चिकन है. इधर थाई में लिखा है, अगर इंग्लिश में लिखा है.
लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट मैन. बाय द वे नो. नहीं मैं मेन्यू देख लिया नीचे का. कलर फॉर द लैंड
है ना, थोड़ा बहुत रेड.
कहाँ भाई?
काट लिया थोड़ा बहुत ही.
घुसते ही सबसे पहले चिप्स मारा उधर. इमीडिएटली भाग के आके कॉफी और खाना. किसी
खावा खा रहे हो.
मैं तो आपको पहचान ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ.
उधर एक्चुअली फूड का दिक्कत है, अब जैसे मेरे जैसे के लिए तो बहुत दिक्कत है भाई।
created a fixed set यहाँ पे there
मीडिया डे।
3, 2, 1, action! One, action!
क्रेजी है बे मीडिया डे के।
into production। ये देखो अभी मैं एक dark area में Cold War, see so much of war here.
Yeah, eating all that water, bro.
वाटर को
First
वॉर
time
वॉर करते हैं।
experiencing all of this.
नहीं, लास्ट ईयर का मैं आपको व्हाट्सएप में दिखाऊंगा।
ओह,
पूरा एक ड्रम रखे थे,
Okay.
5 ड्रम,
हाँ,
उसके ऊपर से पूरा असली फायर बेसिकली 5 में, और हर एक बैरल के सामने सामने हम प्लेयर्स खड़े थे।
ओह,
तो जो लाइट आ रहा था, फ्लेम्स, लिटरली ऐसा फ्लेम्स आ रहा था।
where was it? Thailand only.
इंडोनेशिया में था।
Oh,
ओल्ड कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट,
okay.
साइट का टेरेस में पूरा ऊपर इधर सिटी का व्यू है।
Wow.
5-6 बैरल्स और सब में साथ
क्रेजी है भाई।
सो प्लेयर्स से सामने खड़े हैं।
भाई crazy.
दिखाऊंगा।
Done. Oh भाई, ये देखो ये भाई मीडिया डेज आर क्रेजी भाई।
ये लास्ट टाइम का
Actual fire.
इग्नोर माय OnePlus का लाइन। बट हाँ, ये देखो पैरा का कितना, वो लोग जो लिया था ना, वो फोटोज मस्त
है भाई। और बैकग्राउंड देखो ना, सिटी दिख रहा है
हाँ
क्या?
वही सिटी तो पूरा पीछे सिटी का व्यू, और ये
OnePlus में सबके लाइन आई हुई है।
बहुत अच्छा था।
Insane.
वो भी लास्ट मोमेंट में वो लोग प्लान करके किया।
वाह,
इस बार तो सब प्लान ही है।
अभी तक तो प्लान्ड है। देखो अभी ये दूध कितना है और बर्फ उसमें कितना जाएगा भाई। हाउ इज योर आइस, फ्लेवर्ड आइस?
No, it's good. It's called chamanao in Thai.
Chamanao.
Yeah, chamanao, lemon iced
आ
tea.
रहे हैं बंदे।
Cham karo.
Chamanao. This is Rio, our tourist guide from Thailand.
Okay.
You can see him. He's ready. Chamanao. Sawadee krap.
अरे हे काय?
और तैयार। ओह बेटा,
बजाज साहब एक
तो टेक चेक के लिए जा रहे, फिर जाके देखते हैं क्या
बजाज से बताओ।
हेलो, रुको, एक स्टोरी हो जाए। चलना, एक स्टोरी नहीं हुआ है। अब इस बैन किया हमने, नाउस ने क्या बैन किया? सनसेट। हम लोटस ले लेंगे,
and I'm very curious. I want to see Velocity lean into these Breach Neon maps for them, and they do select Lotus. I mean, we've seen this from them already this tournament, looking very strong, beating Full Sense. But on the other side, Naos also beat Full Sense on this map, so a real big clash there.
Yep, but this is fun though, seeing the map beat though, because of Velocity, their perma ban has always been Abyss as well as NAOS. So because Velocity, they ban Abyss first as well as NAOS. So because Velocity, they ban Abyss first, NAOS, they have that extra ban and they ban Sunset because knowing the way the Mara has, they ban fun.
Naos already this tournament looking very strong.
So guys,
Full
VLT
Sense. But
versus
on the other
NAOS का
side,
map ban
Naos
चालू है।
also
देखो
beat
लोटस
Full Sense on
असेंट
this map, so a
और
real
साइड
big
जो है
clash
वो
there.
हेवन रहने वाला है।
But this is
काफी
fun,
ज्यादा मजा आएगा, जल्दी
seeing
से
the
ज्वाइन
map
करो।
beat though,
एंड
because of
अगर
Velocity,
आज हम
their
जीतते
perma
हैं
ban
तो
has
हम
always
अपर
been
ब्रैकेट का
Abyss as
स्पॉट
well
जो है
as
वो पक्का
NAOS.
करने वाले।
So
तो जल्दी
because
से आओ यार।
Velocity, they ban Abyss first, NAOS, they have that extra ban and they ban Sunset because knowing the way the Mara has been electric on this map.
Yeah, I mean, very much so. I don't blame them for getting rid of that map. When we see the rest of this veto, it's going to be Ascent and then Haven. This is probably the most straight up, most simple veto you can get within this pool. And both of these teams have shown all 3 of these maps at Ascension. So ultimate time for prep, ultimate time to be able to read your opponents. And I love that this is how the veto has gone for this series. I think the key matchup in this game is the 2 IGLs here. We have Xavi 8K on one side, then calling, fragging fantastic. Then on the other side, we have Russ, the breach expert himself, also making fantastic calls and setting up his duelist players with fantastic util. And I mean, I love that they're just playing. They both go, okay, you can read us, I can read you in the preparation, but both teams feeling very confident that they can get the win. So I can't wait to see how these two teams react to each other around the map, because I think these two IGLs probably some of the top players in this entire tournament.
Absolutely. This is very interesting because how V has made his mark, as we can say, in VCT Ascension Pacific. He's coming into Ewoks Radar, even in the scouting report. But like what you said,
number one.
Yeah, number one. And like what you said earlier, Russ, he's that type of IGL that can, make that combo work with that three players bringing in experience and that two players bringing in firepower. So this is going to be interesting, of course, especially talking about Velocity Gaming. They have been relentless this far.
Yeah, I mean, they're really leaning into their own strengths, and it's just working so smoothly for them. Just going back to Russ, this is a player that I know very well, worked with him for a whole year, and from my own personal experience, he has some of the best util and the best comms I've ever seen in my entire time in Valorant. That's what makes him special as a player, and you can see how it bleeds out to the rest of the team and how it informs this incredibly aggressive style. But on the flip side, it's NAOS. They play very structured, strong macro games across the board. Look out for their powerful double duelist as well, especially in this opening match of Lotus. So I think this is a real clash of titans over in Omega.
And I feel like the 5 players of NAOS, they are very good in making plays, right? Like each of the member, they have
to try and attack into. There's no weak site here because everybody can shoot so sharp. I mean, I think the big thing for this matchup is we just saw Zan say how confident they were that they would be able to dismantle Velocity. He said it was going to be easy because they know how to read this style, and I think it's all going to come to a head here in this first match. I think if Velocity start to get some rounds and they start to shake NAOS's belief that they have the counter ready, things could really snowball out of control. And on the flip side, if Damara gets shut down hard, NAOS will be feeling more confident than ever that they are reading this correctly. So I think this first match is going to be the most crucial as we move forward in this series.
Yep, of course. We're going into Lotus. We've seen Velocity's Lotus before with that Breach Neon Fate combo and that chamber from Rossi. It was amazing to see that they could beat Motive, right? One of the Southeast Asia giants coming into Ascension, where NAOS, on the other hand, they were actually struggling when they were going against Motive on Southeast Asia Challengers. So it's a statement made from Velocity, but on the other hand, they have the time already to prepare things, right? And now they have the time ready as well to see how Velocity played against Motive on the other day.
Yeah, that's the big thing, especially for the coaching staff of both of these rosters. I can tell you from personal experience, you love it when you get a veto like this. When you see what your opponent is bringing on every map, and it's staying exactly as we would expect. The coach is going to be happy with this one, because VLT sticking with that signature style, Russ on that bridge, setting up Damara on the Neon, and SK Rossi crazy on that chamber. This is what they're known for.
Meanwhile, for now, no changes for them as well with Sun with that Neon, of course, and Mojer with that Euro. We've seen Mojer making plays yesterday for NAOS, like the way he used that operator, the way he used that very hard
Lotus, NAOS pick Ascent, VLT ban
इन्होंने सनसेट बैन किया है, नाओस ने सनसेट बैन किया है. दमारा का प्ले देख के सनसेट बैन किया रहेगा ये लोग ने.
More util usage. They need to be forcing him off these lines. They have a breach and a fade, so lots of ways to do that.
Let's see whether NAOS can continue their domination in Group Omega, or Is it gonna be
उन्होंने heaven
Velocity
जानबूझ
to
के लिया,
once
पता है?
again surprise us and stop now
Last वाला.
on their feet? Of course, bringing you the
VLT
action.
का it
Conky
was
and
not
Komodo, please take
okay.
it away.
मतलब kind of okay ही है ये जीते तो
Nakamoto for me
qualify
and
तो अभी भी हो
long
गए
year
हैं
of Southeast
qualify तो हो
Asia
ही
being
गए
very
हैं
familiar.
Qualify तो हो गए.
qualify हो गए हैं
अभी का
playoffs
मैच
के
जीत
लिए.
गए, हार गए ना.
आज रेड
सीधा
वाटर
हार
हारी
गए ना.
उस वजह से अपन क्वालिफाई तो हो ही गए हैं बट टॉप 2 फिक्स कर रहा है.
Very excited to see
Top
what
two
this
के लिए
Kings team
जीतना
can do,
पड़ेगा.
especially
Top
with
two
the
fix
explosive performance they've already had so far at Ascension.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about
अभी
what they're
जीत गए
doing
तो
in this
NS
के
against हारे तो भी
area of
कुछ फर्क नहीं
gameplay as
पड़ता
well,
फिर.
right? They've got their own little identity that they're coming through with this breach and the
But
chamber.
जितना-
of
guys,
so they're
क्या
putting a
चाल
lot of
एकदम
reliance on that.
बढ़िया.
We're also making sure
अरे,
that you're
रोशी
hitting
भाई,
your
मत
shots.
करो
'Cause when you're not like
लाला.
that, you got to get out of dodge.
वो रिवील हो गया
And
था.
of course, just while we are in this pistol as well, you're not going to see them change things, right? If teams are finding an anti, they've got into playoffs, they want the better seed, they don't need to change anything, but they want
आज
to just
जीते
drill in what they've
top
got
two
here
हाँ.
to be very,
आज
very
हारे तो
comfortable.
थर्ड सेकंड का चांस
Still going to be a
रहेगा
very important
but
battle
मुश्किल है
as the
फिर second
storylines
आना.
continue to rattle each
Nice
other.
shot.
And already
one.
straight down mid, Damara.
कंट्रोल लेके
उसको
भागो
पकड़ो
पीछे
ना.
अभी.
Spoken
हो गया
about by
एक मार
Morgan
दिया
and
4v5
Bella, I
है.
believe, how good he
Air
was
retake.
on the Neon. And now we start to make our way through. So site will be secured by NAOS. A little bit of a late rotation in from
उनको
Zen.
पता होना चाहिए.
Oh,
नियॉन
that goes down. See what they're going to be able to do in this deficit.
नहीं नियॉन
Sands
अपना
talked a big
प्रेजेंस
game
नहीं
in
दिखाया
that
था.
interview,
प्रेजेंस सी पे दिखाया
right?
था.
दिखाया था.
He really
सी पे
did.
दिखाया था.
Namo just
Hell
ran
no!
towards the line, so Damara
Where the
already finding that
fuck?
opening. Second in the round for him. Nakia looking to take the
Let's
position
go.
back with the horn.
Pistol
Gotta
जीते.
catch him.
Pistol
Rust
जीते.
picking up that additional frag. So
थोड़ा
Zan,
जल्दी
नियॉन
करना
देख
हो
कहाँ पे
पीछे
है.
से आके
we've had
3-4
our eye on so
मारेगा.
much throughout this competition. He's going to get information for free.
भाई रोशी भाई ने
One
बचा
for
लिया.
second though. He did play it well there. Very, very smart. But
Rossi
SK
ने-
Rossi able
Rossi
to
ने बचा
deny
लिया.
Damara with 3, and Velocity are going to open up with the first
बचा
round
है.
here in the
तो
final
अगर
match
तीन
of
मारता
the
था
day.
कम से कम.
Jones.
Yeah, that should give them some good confidence on that defensive side as well. It was the pistol round that they did pick up.
टीम के सबको मार रखा.
हाईवे इसके लिए
One,
2x
they
किया.
ultimately closed that map for those that might not have seen that one. 13-7. The reason that I mentioned
आ
it
गए
is
वो.
it's a bit of a litmus test, right? Now also played full sense on this very map.
ठीक है
of
भाई ऐसे
Lotus
हकते रहो.
Central
आज के दिन ऐसे
position.
हकते रहो.
That went to overtime and they won 14-12. So,
आदि
it's kind of seeing how they are
wait
in the
though.
server
आज के दिन
today,
हकते रहो.
how they fare against each other, because we really have showcased
Outlook
so
कितने
far
हैं
with
रोशी में?
VCT Ascension
What the
Pacific
hell?
that any team can beat any team.
गुड मॉर्निंग आउटलो लेते हैं.
So many close games. You know, now that we have our top 6 basically settled, it's still been quite a, tough story for the teams that have been eliminated already. Can't say everyone would have expected what we've seen so far. As it's a
क्या
real
खेल रहे हैं.
demolishment
और
coming
दमारा
through
क्या खेल
inside
रहा है
mid.
भाई.
Not really a surprise though, outside of the fact that there's only been 6 points of damage dealt over towards the side of Velocity early on. Very clean, very mean, and 6 on the trot for Damara
अबे
already.
यार ये टीम
just
से
gonna
फीलिंग
continue
आ रही है
with,
भाई.
a bit of
ये
this
VCT
destruction
जाने
to come on through if they
Team
want
से
to have a
feel आ
helpful
रहा है
hand
VCT
and making
जाने
sure they're
वाली.
winning this map cleanly.
Clean.
We are definitely looking for consistency
Too
from
early
Damara,
to
consistency
say.
from
Too
Madeline
early
as
to
well,
say,
right? One of the
लेकिन
top
भाई feel आ
performers
रहा है
so
हम
far
लोग
that we are
top two
seeing
quali-
in the
top two
whole
चले जाएंगे.
tournament before today. Up there though is Xavi, right? He is sitting like
जाना चाहिए.
I don't जाना चाहिए का बात ही नहीं है. मेरे को ऐसा फील क्यों पता नहीं. Because एक चीज ऐसी लग रही है मेरे को. मैं Twitch पे shift करता हूँ इस 2 मिनट.
He was Ewok's player to watch, I remind you. The battle stage of Xavi. Now SK Rossi looking to try and
लगे ना
find
Twitch
ahead.
पे भाई.
But they will not be
101 भी नहीं मारा किसी को. 2-3 शॉट लिया था.
stalemate for now.
Oh, Damara does have the ult coming in towards this round. That overdrive could
Lightning
be
fast
quite interesting if he chooses to deploy it.
ये पोजी बहुत
मर
इंपॉर्टेंट है.
सकता
An
है.
opening from Zan though, finding SK Rossi very, very quickly. Now Moja trying to drop lightning fast and will be able to do it for free. He did have that support there from PTC as well.
बात
So
नहीं.
it's
2-3
a
weapons
nice
गिराओ.
round so far from now. 3 members taking the site of C. And now this rotation starts to come in very, very quickly. Already through Waterfall now. Rust is going to be the first
Nah,
to
bro.
try to drop Zan, but it's a great
One
paranoia.
more-
Clean from Nakia. Damara with 1. But that's all it's
Moyer
going
का
to be
weapon
for
गिरा
him.
सकते थे,
7
but
and
चलो
1
Moyer
in
पीक ही
the
नहीं किया.
score before he is denied. Naos finding that first.
Yeah, that's
Also
a
had
very
the-
clean anti-bonus coming in from them in this one, only dropping the single player, making sure that they're kind of having the lurk where the lurk is needed, having the full focus on
Starting
the
वाले
fight
shot में
control
अगर
as
एक आधा
well.
1v1
I say
भी
lurk,
connect
that's
करता ना.
the double lurk that comes on out, so there's always an opportunity if they're getting a
तो
little
अच्छा
bit
रहता
too
था.
hot under the collar over at that C site that they're going to be able to get on out and go back over towards A. So Just in it of itself, that round showing
अच्छा,
something
चौथे
good.
round में off
Now
चाहिए
we
थी,
get to
इसके
see
लिए Marshall
really
लिया
what
था।
Velocity have for us with the rifles in their possession. SK Rossi on the operator at C as well.
Hell no.
Moja already doing a hell of a lot of damage over towards Lightning Fast. 2 points of HP, and he has
No
to
way.
try to step his way back out as well. In tow with SK Rossi, not looking to drop that operator very, very quickly. We did see Damara take control of Rubble before, but they pulled away completely and rotated
Lightning
to
Fast
B.
को off
A
देना
is open.
चाहिए।
Oh, Lightning Fast is 2 HP. Javi getting a little bit pressured at the moment.
Good utility though.
Nice shot.
This is going to allow him to live on a little while longer. However, SK Rossi's found Moja in the process. And now Zan obviously going to be taking point over towards Breakable, but Damara is going to be the one to try and at least lock into that
4v4
position.
का
I think they're going to play it wise. They're going to play full 5 on 4 on the retake. Smart.
And this is the difference as well, that having a breach available is going to provide, right? Fault line will eventually come back online, but the flashpoint, the aftershock.
Off
these
switch
things
करना
get
चाहिए,
a little
मैं
bit
तो बोलता हूँ।
tricky in tree, so they're not playing there at least.
It's bold from PTC
Okay,
as
good
well.
trade.
He's going to be able to find one. Damara dropped, no overdrive in this round, but Russ gets one back. And now as they move in towards the site, everyone is very much pulled away. It's going to be a late wrap potentially from Zan, or no. They are going to sort of start to play it from this position, a little bit distance, but obviously not exactly planned.
Half कर दिया
Nakia able to drop, but Madeline.
Half कर दिया, let's go. बड़ो 2 HP में एक मार
Now it's all on the Nakia, or will it be no?
2 HP में Zavi को ले गया वो।
Response here from Velocity, straight into it, 3 alive. And a third round on the
कभी-कभी लगता है भाई
Holding some strong angles in that,
हमको ऐसे ही
diffuse scenario as
underrate
well,
करते
right?
हम मार
1-1
सकते
makes it a little bit more difficult for anyone looking to just spray and pray on towards the spike.
क्या मारा
We've
ये
got a little
तो,
late alert coming in for the retake from SK Rossi on that chamber. Just holding the stairs, making sure there's
अच्छा
no
मारा बे,
tricky
2 HP में।
misses in the beginning stages of that
Fighter पे देख रहा था वो।
scenario as well, and coming in for the final sit down and shutdown.
दमारा enjoy कर रहा है।
Diffuse Velocity to hold on to this lead, really start to establish some strong confidence now in the new buy for NAOS. Zan's going to omit himself a rifle to try and pick up
चप्पल पड़ गई
the
बे।
overdrive potentially, but well, Moja, he's just going to absolutely obliterate Damara to start.
I've been
गलत
talking
चप्पल
all
पड़ गई,
weekend
गलत।
so far, Komodo, about how having fun has been such a big moment, and Velocity certainly are, but Damara a little bit too much fun. As
पांच
this
लोग देख रहे हो,
guy
make sure to hit that
fast
like and
lane.
subscribe.
Awesome pick for Moja, especially with Zan only on the Sheriff.
क्यों?
Further damage will be
क्यों?
dealt. Russ
एक-एक
and
करके
Moja go
क्यों?
1 for 1. Zan picks up another. That's going to be a Phantom recoverable as well. PTC
हट
not
बे,
gonna release
trades
him
पे
and
मत
with
खेलो
lightning
भाई।
fast just yet.
जब
So
तुम
it's
man
gonna be a
advantage
classic
minus
2
में हो।
versus 3 on the retake. PTC with a late lurk.
टाइम आउट में ब्रैकेट स्प्लिट दिखा दो, मैं अभी तो कुछ नहीं दिखाता हूँ।
Rossi as well. You miss the shot. You get out
Nice
that
one,
headhunter if you can. I almost don't want to see PTC commit heavily to this fight. Really play on the element of the latest surprise.
Savvy taken down as well, so ultimately this is a world where they can get.
paranoia मतलब info थी। मार उसको, अरे मार ना।
PTC as well. The damage is dealt, but he forces him away for now. Zan still has that ultimate, still has that relay bolt to throw onto the spike. And now Lightning Fast trying to creep on in. I don't think he does actually have a couple of dark covers as well. The relay bolt is a little bit too early. And now Lightning Fast going down. Zan just trying to get all up into the face.
मारा होता ना उसको early।
Great work
तो
there from
टाइम
Zan.
मिलता था। PTC को मारना चाहिए था वहाँ पे लाइटनिंग फास्ट को भाई। और यहाँ ट्रेड्स पे नहीं खेलना था। और हाफ के बिना उठते तो वैसे ही हार गए थे राउंड, तो बराबर उठ पाया वो। नो वरीज।
Could have imported a little bit of value, but it's luckily enough that they're in some safe hands of Zan. Now they'll look to tie things up in the little lesser buy of Velocity. Spotting out once more that SK Rossi is again at this seaside.
Oh, this
ये भी इन्फो होनी चाहिए कि उसने
ये
कैसे शॉट्स मिस कर देता है कभी-कभी।
Nakia finds the first onto SK Rossi. And now this large rotation coming all the way through C long. How quickly can Velocity get here?
Well, PDC dead, meant there was no flank watch. They reveal themselves with the door and the prowl up, so you start to get an idea of how much this retake is happening from the mound side as NAOS take full halls control.
I was about to say, this is quite a deep investment. I don't know if it's the wisest choice for them. They're going to have to try and wrap around, but it looks like already Russ is ready on the distance. And we're talking about how good he was, already finding that lurk. Nakia, Moja getting a couple more, but it's still a 2-on-2. Zavi, Nakia, what are you going to be able to do in this position? Lightning Fast. creeping on in. Russ.
Nice!
Out the shot just to try and hold them back for a little while longer. He does pick up another, and now into that defuse. Can he hit the shot? Can he connect? He's done well. And Lightning
Half
Fast
karna
will
chahiye
have
tha
not enough time. Has not been able to live up to his namesake in this one. He'll go down to the Radiant as well. As that we...
But मेरे को कभी-कभी लगता है भाई रॉसी कैसे मिस कर सकता है ये शॉट.
Game is going to be that breach utility, right? Because it's not every day that you do see breach still played, especially
ये
after
shot
the
में miss
breach
होना
tier
था.
meta has kind of all but disappeared. So there is the adjustments and the good usage of
Nah, hell nah, bro.
on the flank on the aftershock as well to try and buy the time, but there was just not enough time on the retake at the end. Good usage of the Nightfall.
3
of the
apiece पे
Drift
आ गए.
to contain everything that NAOS needed. And they will reset the economy of Velocity quite handsomely at the moment. Unless we get a cheeky
4-3,
now
NAOS in the lead for the first time in the map.
Our fair share of those over the course of this tournament.
Ooh. A good attempt.
4-3,
100%. Bullets can
मुश्किल है
इसको पढ़ा नहीं रे.
damage. That's always the
बहुत
thing,
मुश्किल है ये राउंड
Chamber.
निकालना.
An
क्योंकि हम
interesting
C-mount का
agent.
कंट्रोल ले रहे हैं. वो ये तो पूरा पुश
Without
करेंगे.
utility, if you
रीटेक
can't
यहाँ
aim,
पे
not exactly
इस
the
राउंड
best
में
agent to be
रीटेक
doing
is
stuff
kind
for
of
you,
next
so
to impossible.
back towards A.
Possibility सिर्फ एक है कि रोलिंग थंडर पे retake
now,
कर ले.
but it will be a 5-on-5 retake for Velocity.
और बिना गन्स रोलिंग थंडर पे भी बहुत ज़्यादा टफ
They
है.
go into the site as well. You gotta be
Yeah, buddy.
careful when this rolling thunder and full set of utilities are available. I mean, look how much Velocity have for this.
Damara's going to get straight in. Does still have the Bucky on towards the defuse already. Relay ball is going to slow it down.
ये क्या
slightly,
किया
but
है?
the Fury
Hello?
is making it open. Damara
कैसे?
has not stopped that
भाई?
defuse, and he's found it. There is no way this has just occurred.
वो बढ़ गया.
What a round from Damara.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Look how
दुनियादारी छोड़ के बैठ गया. आदि.
उसने अल्ट मार दी सिर्फ.
अबे लेकिन वो दुनियादारी छोड़ के बैठ गया था. अबे क्या किए?
बोला होगा रे, वैसा ही कॉल होगा.
कॉल तो वही होगा कि बैठ जाना और मैं अल्टी मारूंगा, बट भाई कितना भी कर ले तू वीकर वेपन्स के साथ सामने वाले ने ओवरड्राइव भी ओपन की है. जैन ने वहां पे ओवरड्राइव खींची थी.
really well recognized and,
But ult
and
मारी थी ना,
played
समय
and
होगा.
risked from Velocity on that, but mate, it's
Hell
they
nah,
didn't
bro.
really have a lot to lose
Like
in that
legit,
scenario.
hell
The fact
nah.
that they come out
This
with a
was
victory
not
is
even.
mental.
Morgan was talking about it, right? Russ, comms, utility usage.
बहुत अच्छा,
perfection.
बहुत अच्छा.
The
रस का
breach.
बहुत अच्छा प्ले था ये.
Such an impactful agent still. Not seen all the time. Not seen on Lotus. But that Rolling Thunder was perfect.
Yep.
To just keep them off Damara.
No, absolutely, man. They'll reclaim a bit of control in the lead. They'll bolster up their own little economy to
I
a,
was going
to a
to tell you
slight
ना,
degree with it as well. But
किधर
it
गया?
also just permits
Playoffs
a pretty
के लिए.
strong buy coming in towards this round and a little bit of a slap towards NAOS as
अभी तक
well.
यहाँ पे कुछ
They
नहीं आया है.
might not want to
But
just fully
we
disconnect
have been
themselves in
qualified,
post-plant
like,
scenarios.
एक
Keep a
मिनट
couple of
मैं
members
आपके बाद
on the
बताता
side
हूँ.
itself.
सारे situations मैं आपके बाद बताता हूँ.
Gonna put some good value on the Steel Garden in a round such as this too. Early on in the piece still, as Rubble is full contest from both teams.
उड़ना रहता है वो.
Very quick there as well. Naki actually managing to find both of them. Damara and Russ taken down immediately. Two very impactful members. So
इतने अच्छे round के बाद ऐसा.
round on the Thrifty. You know, so far they've already lost two of these weapons. Now looking to do what they can here. Lightning Fast having to take a very aggressive point here. Prowler goes through, that gets the information.
Nice
straight
bro.
onto the shoulder step will be Moja. The Madeline, what can you do here, my friend? Well, the answer is nada. SK Rossi has to just rotate his way back in, but unfortunately only with the Outlaw, I don't think anyone is going to be getting anything for Velocity here. Fantastic flawless there from NAOS.
As soon as that little late stage is there as well.
भाई इतना स्ट्रेस नहीं होता था कभी इनको देख, क्योंकि कभी उम्मीद ही नहीं होती थी. गाइस सच बात बताओ, इतना स्ट्रेस कभी असेंशंस देख के नहीं हुआ. इतना स्ट्रेस लेजेंड बताऊं तो मैं ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स को देख के भी नहीं हुआ था. फर्स्ट सीजन के बाद, फर्स्ट सीजन में हुआ था ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स को देख के स्ट्रेस. सेकंड सीजन में तो नहीं ही हुआ था. Hello there, what's up? What's up?
इतना स्ट्रेस तो सच्ची क्या दी वीसीटी स्टेज पे जी को देख के इतना स्ट्रेस नहीं होता था। इस बार ऐसा
कभी नहीं हुआ। हाँ
Oh my goodness, I became blue. Yeah, you became blue. रॉसी क्या सोच रहा है? I just want to go into his head right now. फिर से इको पे आ गए अपन?
भाई नहीं है।
क्यों पिछले से पिछला तो जीते हैं?
हाँ तो पिछला वाला पूरा बाय था, फुल बाय था।
इस बार तो अल्ट भी नहीं है जी, नहीं इस बार मैडलिन के अल्ट पे बैठेंगे।
नहीं अभी उनको पता है।
Oh man, and just getting that upper
उस
bracket
side पे
final
खेलेंगे।
spot, right? You know, not having to be on.
इस बार मैडलिन के अल्ट पे बैठेंगे।
So, as long as you're not third seed. First and second
Correct.
seeds get into that upper bracket. Third seed, well, they're going to start a little
और
bit.
तो मैप कौन-कौन से है? मैप
Look, I'm
लोटस
just so
एसेंटर
jaded
हेवन है,
supporting
अपना
Type
लोटस
Komodo if
है।
every team isn't taking every single
मेरे को
series
दूसरा
just
स्क्रीन
as
दिलाओ रे
just
कोई।
as seriously as the other. I think it's so important for the momentum to continue into playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
चैट के लिए स्क्रीन चाहिए मेरे को,
You're
मैं
gonna get
फोन पे पढ़
another
के दिक्कत हो गई।
steal of a round here is Velocity, though.
टाइमिंग पकड़ के अगर मोयर को मारा मजा आ जाएगा।
Uh-oh.
दोनों मर गए।
PTC ready for that to defend Moja's honor. Still two members on towards this site to try and deny, but again, only with the classics. I mean, SK Rossi does have the headhunter, but the sheer down towards bottom mid. Zan just waiting to see if he can find it. Don't think the Horn's going to catch any further information, so they are relatively unchecked for now. PTC is going to be taken down very
नाइस रे रस, नाइस नाइस, कोई बात नहीं, दो मारा वो भी बहुत था ये।
well cleared towards the back of the
यहाँ से
side.
दो मारना भी अच्छा था।
He's in a position to do a hell of a lot from here.
I mean, you say
Easy
well
है
cleared.
VLT
I see that as a realm in which now just
पहली बार ऐसा भरोसा भी हो रहा है कि हाँ VLT कुछ कर सकती है। कोई इंडियन टीम कुछ कर सकती है एक्चुअली, जिसमें इंडियन प्लेयर्स हो।
whatsoever. They kind of overlooked that. Imagine a different scenario where there's a couple of weapons there, right? Could have actually turned upside down. So now to making a couple of mistakes, but against the eco here, that will reveal that to them. So they should actually take that as a strength. This is the time to have that little lapse to recognize it.
They seem pretty focused right now. NAOS not really letting anything sort of get too far ahead of them.
5-7 भी होता है
It's
ना
always an
अगर
interesting
डिफेंस
series
में,
looking at this
तो
one. The
VLT
eye
निकाल
test says
सकती
that
है।
it should go 3 maps, but you know, NAOS have been playing pretty lights out Valorant throughout the
Nice
course of
shot,
competition.
Rossi.
Now Nakia straight into the site. SK Rossi ready for it. So the From the Shadows denied quickly, but Zan obviously pushing in the Nightfall as well to force SK Rossi away. So they are going to
Retake के लिए अपने पास क्या है?
will be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, he was very ambitious to stick that from the shadows.
क्यों?
I guess SK Rossi was around the pillar. Now forward space into the holes once more.
नाइस डमारा।
My God, Tamara going to be able to be the first
बढ़िया।
to get back in towards it as well. A second kill, but Xavi goes straight in. The
3v2.
IGL continues to be the hero for this team. He's actually not going to get caught by the Nightfall either. So all of a sudden, Moja and Xavi can lock themselves into a decent post plant, even at their disadvantage. Now the overdrive.
Nice
Shot going through.
Info है इसका
Madeline does
smoke में जो
find
shoot
one
किया था
here,
इसने।
but Xavi, oh God, how long can he take this for? It's going to be so awkward. Does get an additional shot.
Nice double peek पे लिया, let's go.
Does get off it in the end, but it's another round picked up by Velocity. Great retake there. Obviously finding the opening pick, but that was just clean. Back into the site.
It's a kind of stumbling roll of the
हाँ उसने उसको ऐसा दिखाया कि मैंने देखा ही नहीं तेरे को।
नहीं उसने देखा ही नहीं था वैसे भी।
बट आवाज तो आई गई थी ना।
हाँ
तो इन्फो तो रॉसी के पास पहुंच ही गया था। इन्फो तो रॉसी के पास पहुंच ही गया था कि वो आ रहा है।
हाँ।
Previous installments of this map locally, that they're very strong when Russ is able to call around his utility to set up the team to what they do best, what Tamara does best, and Madeline does
भाई
best.
इस मैप का MVP रस है।
Now
The calls he made अभी तक।
Let them do that.
It's exactly what you need from your captain, right? Someone who's going to allow everyone to thrive, to shine. Same from your coaching staff. Moja, though, already all the way through. Madeline is there to trade Russ quickly. Damara finding Zan in the
भाई ये इंडोनेशियन डुओ पागल है।
the impact that he's had in these last couple of rounds. But PTC, I'll never count him out. The Vice.
थोड़ा ज़्यादा बोल दिया मैंने. थोड़ा ज़्यादा बोल दिया मैंने. जल्दी बोल दिया.
Vines in tow as well. You're talking about him getting them down towards stairs earlier.
Yeah.
Narkin will find that dark cover down for now.
It's a big boon that both of the smokers are alive as well because on 11
है but 11 HP पे अगर
timing
टाइमिंग लेके मारा तो राउंड हार सकते हैं. नहीं तो अपना ही राउंड है.
You'll be able to work a little
हाँ अभी अपना ही राउंड है. अपना ही राउंड है. अपना ही राउंड है.
I was about to say, he does manage to slip the net for this paranoia.
अपना ही है ये राउंड. अपना ही है भाई. अब यहाँ से नहीं हार सकते ये राउंड.
But what angle does he check first?
मत करो.
He's played it forward. He might be able to fight too, but no, SK Rossi. It's a body shot.
तू थोड़ा पीछे पोजी देख उसका क्या था दोनों का और उसका.
तू अभी किधर है? अभी मेरे में डिफ्यूज कर चुका है वो.
हो गया. वन रिप्ले दिखा रहा है.
हाँ 120 ना.
117 116
2-3 सेकंड का डिले.
47
मैं
4-5 सेकंड का.
हाँ भाई डिले. अभी ट्विच पे भी 2-3 सेकंड का डिले है तो कांट डू एनीथिंग. रॉसी गाइस देखो रॉसी एक बात बताओ गाइस तुम लोग को. रॉसी 11 राउंड में 8 मार चुका है. अभी भी ऐसा लग रहा है रॉसी अंडर फ्रैक कर रहा है. 8 मारने के बावजूद ऐसा लग रहा है रॉसी अंडर फ्रैक कर रहा है.
They've definitely been looking good. And that's the thing, you know.
अगर को सही बात बताओ ना इससे उम्मीद इतनी है ना.
There's so much talent to offer.
हाँ दी.
You've got some
इस आदमी से उम्मीद इतनी है ना. ये 11 राउंड में ये इतना लाल कैसे है ये. अरे टाइमिंग.
This last round of the half, you can get the plant down, but it's going to be a pretty favorable retake for Velocity once again. If Russ gets a kill,
उनको
that's
पता
rolling
है
thunder once more.
Force away off the line. SK Rossi now creeping on in. Just going to be defending all the time.
बढ़िया. बढ़िया.
And taken as well. This is beautiful from Velocity.
Crazy.
Making their way in with Russ getting that kill. The Hunter's Fury, the Rolling Thunder pops.
Let's go.
Another, a third.
चार मारा.
Fourth. My word. There is a reason Big Time was talking him up. Russ.
Great half. Great half.
On the breach. Velocity, they'll sit 7-5 in the half on their map selection of Lotus.
That's another really well coordinated round to come out from them, to be honest with you. A couple of wonky shots from NAOS at the end there that...
लोटस पे डिफेंस पे if you are getting 7-5 मतलब तूने 80% काम कर दिया मैप का. जिसमें तू चेंबर खिला रहा है ना कि तेरे पे कोई प्रॉपर सेंटिनल है.
सेंटी है भाई. सेंटी है. वाइस क्या है?
अपने पे कहाँ है? अपनी बात कर रहा हूँ.
अपनी ओह हाँ नहीं है.
क्या मेरे आते वेल्डी जीतने लगी? ले लो इसका भी क्रेडिट ले लो.
दोपा
भाई साहब लेकिन क्रेजी खेल रहे वे. चेंबर वुमन नियॉन फेड अनब्रीच. तो अपने पास बिना सेंटिनल बिना ढंग का सेंटिनल जो रोक सकता है. वी आर गेटिंग 7 राउंड्स इन डिफेंस. अटैक में तो निकल नहीं चाहिए. रॉसी बहुत ज्यादा फोकस्ड नहीं लग रहा है तेरे को इस टूर्नामेंट में.
तो
मतलब RNTX के साथ जब ये लोग असेंशंस गए थे. हाँ I know you are joking around. मैं भी मजा ही ले रहा हूँ कोई नहीं. But हाँ दी. The moment these guys went for ascensions with RNTX, मेरे को इतना सीरियस नहीं दिखाता रॉसी जितना इस बार सीरियस है. I don't know. Attack. Really good. फंस गए.
Zan Able to connect with the opening shot here as the door opens and twists around. Rusto finding a response back. Moja will be able to take a couple of names. SK Rossi and Russ is still alive and kicking. Spike will be recovered, but now my eyes are on PTC.
एक रिले बोल्ट ने पूरा ही मैप फंसा दिया, मत चला रहा हूँ.
Couple of members still here outside C Mound trying to deny even further, but again, Russ, such an impressive player to watch for the time being. Zan will connect with another shot.
पिस्टल में जाना था, पिस्टल जीत जाते 9-5. बहुत अच्छा एडवांटेज होता.
Has been a nice 3K for the Neon of Zan.
Yeah, good little counterplay towards the
grip
pillars pop
कैसे है? मेरा
out
तो
from
ऐसा नहीं
velocity in that one, but they shouldn't be too worried, right? The 7-5 just means that it would be the tied scoreline if the next round goes to its usual conclusion.
स्लो भी कर सकते हैं, पता है, आराम
अरे रिले बोल्ट पे फंस गए खाली वो.
They did also lose the
एक स्टन आया नियॉन का, नियॉन के एक स्टन पे फंस गए.
Retakes that come through in the not so close but also close style, and then they got 9 rounds in a row on attack. So it is a definite strong suit for Velocity, but it was also early in the tournament, right? Different stage, different teams. Now I've had the time to do some homework on this one.
Taking some serious scalps so far. Full sense riddle order. Obviously now versing NAOS, who is currently sitting the top of this group.
Nice try.
With Nongshim Red Force not too far away either. They've got to show up to the party here, Velocity. They need to show that their run is not just a fluke. And I don't believe it is so far. They have been crushing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Madeline still has the spike for now, but you're always going to sort of...
भाई कास्टर को तो पकड़ के मारने का मन करता है.
Things happen.
Both of these teams making some really good decisions, hitting some really good shots, looking very well coordinated. Now essentially fighting for the seed in this second group.
और प्ले के प्लांट कर लिया.
Madeline just gonna maximize what he can in this round, get a couple kills,
Plant भी
get
नहीं
the
मिलेगा.
orb, get another one in death, get
नहीं
a little
मिलेगा,
bit closer
plant भी
towards
नहीं
that
है.
nightfall.
No plant.
मर गया ये.
No plant. Possibility नहीं है plant की.
All the way back now. The spike plant would be absolutely brilliant and does get peppered down. Zabi does connect on the shot, so it's a tied up scoreline. But obviously now they have to contest with the bonus to see if Velocity can still hold on to this lead.
This is going to be the time to see if Velocity are kind of going to get away with murder on the attacking side, in my mind, to see if NAOS are ready for a couple of the tricks that they have up their sleeve. Velocity as well, they do have a lot of emphasis on SK Rossi on this chamber too, right? When you're opting to stretch out the norm of the usual Sentinels, you need to make sure that your lurks are happening. It's a little bit more prominent on the defensive side, which they were still, you know, they did enough on, in my mind, for sure. But on this attacking side, be with the team. Hit those shots.
Ooh. I can't believe it. The Neons have completely blinked past each other, and Zan's going to be able to get one off the back of it lightning fast. Denied any shrouded step. But Damara, obviously, on the other side, is going to be now heading his way towards Breakable. Zabi has to
have fun.
Doesn't want to fight that fight.
Doing that.
Oh, that's bold. Not a good idea to get in there early. Just play the retake.
And now we're going to see Velocity set up on the site as well. Something that now struggled to contain in the post-lane scenarios.
बढ़िया, एक मार के पीछे.
Damara still actually fighting that kill, even after avoiding the fake out and breaking it accordingly. So far, NAOS at a disadvantage here. But look at this walkthrough. Zavi trying to play with fire around the other side of this dark cover. I think he might have been able to find some space. The paranoia.
सबसे पहले कंट्रोलर का मरना मतलब राउंड पूरा हिल जाता है रे.
Positioning now, but now the rat will start to come in from NAOS. Damara denying one, Moja getting another back.
Good hold, good crossfires.
Phenomenal round to deny the bonus from Velocity. 3 alive.
Good hold, good
now
hold.
Will turn into the first gun round.
The positioning from them in the post plan as well, right? When the paranoia comes over towards drop and Russ is a few seconds off getting that fault line. He's not just getting caught out with trying to focus on any of the utility, but just calling good for the team and what angles they need to hold in this post plant. I was looking towards SK Rossi and I'm kind of wondering, what are you going to do if you do get smoked off? But the rest of his team is enough of a distractor for him to pop out of the smoke and do what he needed to, getting that kill. I throw it on back to what we saw from him kind of last year, right? A little bit scared in those sort of moments to go in for a fight. So it's good to see that he is with the team on this one, and it's no different here around Rubble, is it?
How do they get away with this, man? Damara and Russ have just been playing such perfect Valorant.
Nah! Hell nah, bro. No way!
Zabi opens up with 2.
Let's go lightning fast.
Dink and lightning fast gets him back. Oh, PTC is again wondering where the hell the rest of his team has gone. All falling.
Yeah, अभी तक इधर ही रुके हैं. इसको लग रहा है rotate करेंगे.
Breakable. So A site free of charge.
पेपे जो
इन्फो नहीं है ना, बिल्कुल ही नहीं, कोई सी गया ही नहीं था, ये पे ही फाइट किया ये लोग ने डेथ मैच जैसा।
It's early stages in this
अब
second
उसको इन्फो है
half,
कि गेट खोला है।
but he's just so far away from the action to hear anything.
सेव करेगा
It's
क्या?
gonna be a plant to the heart's content of Velocity.
मेरे को लग रहा है सेव ही करेगा।
PTC, because you were so far away when you hit
पैसा नहीं
it,
है।
planted at the A site of
अगर
things.
सेव नहीं करेगा वो।
Are you just calling for a save? Are you opting for this retake at all?
My ultimate is ready. Cover going out.
He's gonna start to make the marathon on over, but again,
15 सेकंड तो
there's
जाएंगे।
just a flash that he'll have.
पर पैसा नहीं है, सेव ही करना चाहिए इसको अगर लॉजिकली सोचो तो।
नहीं करेगा, नहीं करेगा, 1v2 है।
Fine, it's time here, PTC.
You've got the trademark for Rossi.
Yeah, just really heading in slow.
टाइम ही नहीं है।
Nice and simple and straightforward, not needing to overthink this one at all. And
उसको सी से
I think PTC's actually run out of time.
सी से आने में टाइम गया ना।
ऐसा नहीं, जब रिवॉल्विंग डोर खुला उसको वही टाइम पे रोटेट करता तो शायद प्ले बन सकता था।
Then he just can't do anything about it, right? So
पर नहीं हुआ।
kind of highlight, he's on the complete other side of the map, and he's just gonna have to save for it. Velocity, they'll hold on to this lead on their map pick of choice.
मैं गेम साउंड बढ़ाऊं?
Well played.
अरे क्यों नहीं रे?
There's been a lot of hype around this roster right now.
क्या बोलते हैं? तेरा नहीं बोल रहा।
हाँ।
बट तू अगर लॉजिकली सोचेगा ये राउंड के अंदर जब 1v2 था, ये लोग ने जो टाइम पे लोग ने डोर ओपन किया,
तभी हम चाहिए था।
तभी रोटेट अगर वो करता तो शायद प्ले का चांस बनता। तू प्लांट तक रुका, फिर तू आया, तो बहुत टाइम लगता है, और उसके बाद इतना सब एंगल चेक कर रहे हैं, पूरा पागल बने हो।
Not the greatest look against full sense in that lower.
अभी मार
देता मैं।
Same can be said for the two.
मार साले।
So the fact that they're able to turn that around in Ascension,
missed by an inch,
to ticket into the playoffs, still be looking, pretty happy with that one. But this is definitely a game that they want to be securing.
Let's go, let's go, भाग इधर से।
Nicely done from SK Rossi there as well. Zan is going to try and get the relay bolt down. It will catch. Very nice. Zabby, if he can drop one here, there could be a potential chance to bring this back. But into Waterfall, he will have to go. PTC now up nice and close. He did have the Soul Phantom in the rounds.
Trades
now being denied, so it's going to be
well played, वाले trades है, well played.
Players now. Zavy low. Zan does have the he does have the overdrive though. So maybe if they get a kill, they could try and stick
But
this
एक
retake
frag
out.
पे
I mean, you got to give it
बरोबर
a
जो
crack anyway,
कास्टर बोला,
You've got nothing
अल्टी
really
है,
to lose
नियॉन
in
अल्टी
this
पे
one.
रीटेक हो
If
सकता
you
है।
use the overdrive though and it goes wayward, then that's rough.
दूसरा अल्ट नहीं है ना।
Very methodic to try and pick out one of these individuals. If they can get the 1v1, maybe
एक फ्रैग मिला तो कर सकते हैं, एक ही फ्रैग की बात है।
is gathered, they don't want to get baited out about it too much.
But time नहीं अब
goes sees over the top. He's actually looking the other way, and Zan unfortunately has to pull away. Great time, paranoia.
आया, बोला ना, फ्रैग मिलते ही उसने अल्टी खींचा।
They're going to be moving in lightning fast, and Zan, who is lightning fast himself, the Neon gets the job done here as now
क्या बोला मैं तेरे को? पर मैं क्या बोला था तेरे को? एक फ्रैग मिलते अल्टी खींचेगा वो। क्या हुआ रॉसी को?
Get that overdrive out, catch them off guard, catch them.
ताली क्यों बजाया?
But they can't move. And in that point in time as well, Xavi just kind of turns into a
लाइनअप हो गए रे काइंड ऑफ। मैडलिन थोड़ा पीछे रहता तो शायद राउंड निकल सकता था, बट नाइस ट्राई। नेवर माइंड।
A thrifty again to come through here.
क्या कर रहा है? बार-बार चेयर से उठता है, चेयर पीछे जाती है, फिर वापस पीछे से उठता है।
Getting out of his chair, but it looks like he was denied by his headphones in that moment.
अपना नहीं है।
I gotta say.
देख, मेरे को लगता है नाओस के कोच ने पहले ही टाइम आउट कॉल कर दिया रहेगा। ये राउंड नसीब से जीते वो लोग। नाओस के बंदे कोच ने पहले ही टाइम आउट कॉल कर दिया रहेगा।
अच्छी बात है, उनके टाइम आउट तो गए।
प्लस इस टाइम आउट के अपने को नीड था काइंड ऑफ।
साले इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया का स्कोरबोर्ड देखा?
एक ही हाथ भाई मैं सुबह 9 बजे उठा था, 8:30 बजे उठा था, मालूम है, इतना लेट सो के भी।
बारिश गिरी थी।
दोनों को इतना जल्दी आउट होने के लिए थोड़ी उठा था मैं।
दोनों स्कोरबोर्ड देख।
क्यों धो दिया गया?
यार तोड़ दो यार।
रिकॉन तोड़ते ही नहीं है ये लोग, पता नहीं क्यों।
नाइन 10-8 हो सकता होगा ये स्कोर।
10-7। 10-7 होता था ये स्कोर।
Eye on up, right? You drop the thrifty. NAOS calls a timeout for themselves. Solid on down. Need to see a misstep from NAOS here, perhaps.
मार जाएगा अपना।
You know, it's just crazy, like the impact ever since Neon came into the pool. You see these individuals that have just been able to play a completely different brand of Valorant.
हाँ, सेव करो, अगले राउंड में एस्केरोसी अपनी अल्ट पे खेल सकता है, दमारा भी अपनी अल्ट पे खेल सकता है।
The credits are looking a little bit in the bin right now for Velocity too, right? So to say even this 2 versus 5 might be the optimum call. You're not going to see too much of a hunt, you'd assume, from NAOS either, because they're not swimming in cash for days either. So it will look to turn into an equal state.
Man, a 30-second save. How crazy is this compared to the series that we had prior?
Legitimately, I was just thinking that as well. You put them on the scales, and you've just got, like, chaos on one side. And this one, you've got like, moments of chaos, but it is a lot more
राउंड हॉन्ट
measured
करेगा बाद में सोचेंगे वो इको नहीं तोड़ना चाहिए था।
Yeah, I've had a good day. How about you? Yeah, it's good. All right.
Yeah, I watered my grass.
You are truly unk.
Yeah.
Man gets a house. Realizes there's things to do.
Well, there's things to do right now for Velocity, that's for sure. If they don't want to be dropping this one, they're seeing a little bit more on this defensive side for now. Getting dirty in the duels, getting the defusers out in a thrifty variety as well. This is not the way that they thought this half would have started for them. Time to jump. When they drop the pistol in the second round, things are all right, but when they get the two themselves, they're pretty cool.
Cool is exactly what's going to be needed in war.
एक रिकॉन हुआ था।
So the early jewel has been pulled away. Moja not interested. Going to play back from drop. Looking with the operator. That door is going to be opening. They are going to be heading in there. It's going to be very, very challenging to try and clear him here, but instead he pulls away. Gate crash out. And the old classic Okamoto, the good old 5 versus 5 on the retake.
I mean, you got the Nightfall that Madeline has to answer back with the one that Xavi is.
दोनों का अल्टी आजू-बाजू है।
Looks like Damara wants to still try and play all up in their face, and I don't blame him. The Prowler, though, does get the catch there.
Lightning Fast एक अच्छा
Oh, he's slowed down by that Rolling Thunder from Russ, but now Lightning Fast gets 2 back for his troubles. Now 3 versus 2. Only with the pistols here. SK Rossi's going to have to rely on that Headhunter beautifully. Cracks the head of PTC. And now as they
Let's go, Madeline!
Grab here, Madeline. It's going to leave it all on Anakia right now. 72 points of HP. The Prowler will
Let's go!
And SK Rossi
Good shit.
put him straight into the grave.
Sit down.
Stuff from Velocity. Bye-bye.
That's a smart decision.
रॉसी को एक मारना जरूरी था।
उधर पीटीसी को अच्छा मारा हेडहंटर से।
लाइटनिंग फर्स्ट ने कैसे मारा?
साउंड नहीं आया ना।
देखने रहा था।
अरे साउंड नहीं आया ना उसको, अल्टी से होता। Sit down, sit down.
Scenario, Madeline around the site as well, doing his damnedest with the bait of the Prowler back around the site. Really smartly done from Velocity. And now there's 4 players that start off over on the other side of the map for now.
हमारा सीधा अंदर.
Take the challenge at sea.
This is tricky. You know, do you want to invest now? Arcro's destroyed, information gathered. Damara, though, taken by PTC. Lightning Fast does get the response, though, so 4 versus 4 it will stand. And are they going to get aggressive in towards spawn? I think they absolutely will. Up on the Seahawks.
बढ़िया
Looking to get all up in their face. He crosses
बढ़िया
lightning fast.
Good high low.
Russ gets another. That does take the sweat off this team a little bit right now. Moja
Info हो
having
जाएगी.
to find their way in.
अब info
With that
है.
gate crash going through. Surely they're going to get some information onto the teleport, onto the location of this Yoru. Now the break.
Good shot, Ray Rossi. Good shot. Good shit, bro. Good shit.
Lightning fast is hitting shots like that. I love this right now. Velocity of
I am saying it too soon, guys. But खुदा ना खास्ता अगर VLT क्वालिफाई नहीं करती है, तुमको दमारा कोई ना कोई बड़ी टीम से खेलते हुए दिखेगा, for sure. On the VCT stage, पक्का है. दमारा तो खेलने वाला है. क्योंकि ट्रांसफर विंडो रहेगी, क्या दी?
हाँ वो तो है.
ट्रांसफर विंडो रहेगी. अगर ये क्वालिफाई नहीं करते तो दमारा फ्री एजेंट हो जाएगा और फ्री एजेंट होकर वो खेलेगा दूसरी टीम में. इसके लिए इस प्लेयर को भाई हम जाने नहीं देना चाहते. हमारी टीम में ही रहे, हम जीते.
Having a ball right now, doing damage, denying.
Nice one.
The Velocity need to make sure that
आगे,
they do
थोड़ा
not
सा
lose
आगे.
this round right now. Zan with
Good
one
trades.
denied quickly. And Moja also
चप्पल
taking
दिया
very,
रॉसी
very
ने.
low. SK Rossi finds PTC. And Velocity have played this to
Well,
perfection.
Well
Denying
played,
the
Ray.
counter
Well
eco.
played, Ray.
It's not going to be happening
NAOS
this time
को
round.
हरा
Moja
रहे.
with 5
ये
HP,
NAOS
it
को.
feels impossible.
Oh yeah, this one's just not doable. Velocity get onto 12 and map point for their own map in this best of 3.
NAOS is getting cooked by us.
NAOS are yet to drop a map in this tournament, and now they finally may very well see it unless they can challenge back in towards overtime. Within the battle of rubble, with a couple of the lesser weapons, I mean, you take the knee for a reason, right? You want to play towards the overtime, which is why they don't have too much to fight with there. But now is the time to see if they are going to be able to hold on, because Velocity have their mojo back.
Great है, ऊपर रहेगा ये.
They absolutely do, and Mojo is ever so
तोड़ा, पहली बार
important in a
तोड़ा.
game like Valorant, having that confidence to flex onto the opponents. And already Zan is caught. The aftershock may have actually put him into the dirt just then, but it will not for now. Madeline, however, finds Zavi. That's the IGL gone down. Already an advantage found by Velocity.
Crazy hit.
Taken low in the process, but Madara Dines also.
खींचा रे रॉसी ने ये शॉट. PTC को तो पूरा का पूरा डिफ कर दिया है.
From the chamber with the operator. Beautiful stuff now. He can start to creep through, lock them out, and 2 versus 5. This just should be the final round.
It's the way to lurk. He's done it well again, Mitch. And now he's taken all of the space that's required to clear waterfall fully. He's done a really good job at slotting himself into these angles to catch NAOS off guard.
TP मार ले, lightning fast किधर TP मार ले.
Win a 2 versus 5.
Dash कर दिया.
Do it. SK Rossi slid on. Now it's going to be the overdrive popped as well. Maybe a chance. He does get the information onto Lightning.
Well played, Ray. Good map.
And he absolutely does. Straight into the crosshair of Damara.
क्या गेम निकाला है भाई, क्या गेम निकाला है.
Six minutes. Okay. 6 का था खुद. 6 minutes.
देखो अभी गाइस मैं तुम लोग को बताता हूँ कि हाउ वी विल क्वालिफाई फॉर टॉप 2 काइंड ऑफ थिंग. अगर हम
ओके क्वालिफाई
टॉप 2 के लिए,
टॉप
2 के लिए बता तो क्वालिफाई तो हो गए. टॉप 3 तो आ गए, टेंशन नहीं है, पर टॉप 2 आने के. सो इफ यू सी अपने इसका जान दो, ग्रुप ए जान दो, ग्रुप बी देखते हैं.
एक मैप जीत गया ना, एक जीत गया ना. ओके तो वही सीन होगा. नाउस को हमने हराया है, नाउस ने लॉन्चिंग को हराया, और इफ लॉन्चिंग हरा दी हमें, वेल्टी को हरा दी है, तो इट विल बी सेम सिनेरियो.
तो राउंड डिफरेंस देखेंगे ना, तो राउंड डिफरेंस दिखेगा, बिकॉज नॉन्गशिम भी अब 2-1 हो गई है.
हाँ वही बोला.
अगर हम नॉन्गशिम से हारते हैं तो हम 3-1 हो जाएंगे, और नाउस भी 3-1 हो जाएगी.
हाँ वही.
तो 3-वे टाई में क्या सीन है? एक सेकंड, मेरे पास है 3-वे टाई का भी है. 3-way tie के अंदर teams with 2 matchup head-to-head advantage automatically receives first of the group. Tiebreakers for the remaining 2 teams are determined using the above head-to-head tiebreaker process. If no team has 2 matchup head-to-head advantage, all teams are 1-1 head-to-head, then proceed to next step of 3-way tiebreaker process. Map differential.
मैप डिफरेंस है ना।
मैप डिफरेंस देखेंगे, राउंड डिफरेंस बाद में देखेंगे, पहले मैप डिफरेंस आएगा।
हाँ तो वेलोसिटी ऊपर ही जाएगी।
अपन 4-1 है।
हाँ
आज अभी 5-1
तो
हो गए हैं। नाउ 6-1 है।
5-1 हो।
नोंगशिम 4-3 है। नोंगशिम से तो ना हो पाई, मतलब नोंगशिम तो काइंड ऑफ खत्म ही है। मजा आ गया, मजा आ गया।
भाई जीजी बेट पे ना थोड़ा सा उल्टा है पता है।
किस पे?
2.46 for नाओस and 1.5 for velocity
किस पे? जीजी पे?
and thunder हाँ
जीजी पे?
जीजी डॉट बेट
हाँ
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 2.46 for नाओस and 1.5 for velocity।
उल्टा इसलिए हो गया है क्योंकि हम मैप जीत गए हैं।
हाँ
रेनबेट पे प्री मैच है और थंडर पिक पे अभी भी लाइव है, लेकिन ऑड्स चेंज नहीं हुए हैं। ऑड्स चेंज होंगे क्योंकि हम मैप अप है रे।
बचपन का ही होता है।
नाउस का ये लास्ट गेम है क्या, कि इसके बाद एक है?
लास्ट गेम 3-0 है ना, 3-0 पे वो
नाउस का लास्ट है ना? हाँ नाउस का लास्ट है अपना, इसके बाद नोंगशिम से है। तो नाउस विल बी 6-2 अगर 2-0 हारती है तो, एंड विल बी 6-1। बट अगर ये 2-1 होता है तो दे विल बी 7-1। नहीं एक्चुअली 7-2 एंड वी विल बी 6-2।
तो मैप डिफरेंस देखते हैं ना अपन, तो +5
मैप डिफरेंस वो राउंड डिफरेंस है। कौन सा +5 क्या देख रहा है तू?
मैप डिफरेंस विल बी +5 इफ ये छोटी हुआ तो ये तो +4 नाउस का। इफ 2-0 से जीते हम तो +4 होगा उसका, और हमारा होगा 6-1। 6-1 इज +5। मैप डिफरेंस देखते हैं।
भाई अपना अपना ग्रुप इतना स्टैक्ड क्यों है?
उनका भी वैसा ही था।
उनका वैसा कहाँ है?
देख ले, देख ले, बूम और मोटिव का वैसा ही है।
ए
उन
हाँ
तीनों
रे।
का भी सेम सीन आ
ए
रहा है।
हाँ नहीं, लेकिन वो 2 वे टाई में फंसेंगे, 3 वे में थोड़ी फंसेंगे।
हाँ, 3 में बैठ सकते हैं। इफ मोटिव जीतती
नहीं,
है
अगर
तो
बूम,
बूम जीतती है,
इफ बूम जीतती है
और मोटिव भी जीतती है
तो ये
तो
भी 3 वे टाई में फंस जाएंगे।
वही तो बोला, दोनों का सेम ही है।
मतलब अपन टॉप
डिफरेंस
16, अपन 10 में से टॉप 6 में है असेंशन के। बाय द वे गाइस, सेकंड विकेट ले लिया है हमने ऑस्ट्रेलिया का, बट द गेम इज टू फार राइट नाउ बिकॉज 8 ओवर में 47 पहले ही हो गए हैं।
मतलब 17.4 ओवर में 84 रन चाहिए।
वही बोल रहा हूँ
वो
ना,
तो हो ही सकते हैं,
वो आराम
बट
से हो सकते हैं, पर
पिच
विकेट्स पे
इज
2-3 विकेट्स अगर कंटिन्यू गिरे।
पिच खराब हो गई है।
पिच भी खराब है, 2-3 विकेट्स अगर कंटिन्यू गिरते हैं।
क्योंकि वही हुआ है ना दिक्कत, बारिश की वजह से।
तो मजा आएगा। If 2-3 wickets are like taken together in the span of 5 overs, तो मजा आएगा, क्योंकि इनकी बैटिंग भी इतनी कुछ खास नहीं है नीचे।
शी, अरे उनका ये देख, यूआई देख,
किनका?
बहुत गंदा है।
किसका?
इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया का।
हॉटस्टार पे?
हाँ,
नया ध्यान नहीं दिया मैंने।
बहुत गंदा लगा मुझे ना। शी, ठीक है, येलो तुम्हें देना है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, इसलिए येलो एंड पर्पल।
उह, रुक जाओ गाइस, इतना सब कुछ चल रहा है ना आज संडे को, अनएबल टू सिंक इन राइट नाउ। इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड का गेम भी चल रहा है, वाओ।
इसका वुमेन्स वर्ल्ड कप
हाँ,
क्या कर रहा
वो
है
अलग
आगे।
चल वो अलग चल रहा है।
हाँ,
इतना सब
वो
कुछ
वर्ल्ड
कैसा
कप है।
एक साथ सिंक इन करूं मैं?
भाई अभी देखी थी सर।
गाइस एक रील आएगी अबाउट द क्वालिफिकेशन एज वेल, अब भी डाल दूंगा मैं आज, अगर अपन जीतते हैं हारते हैं जो भी होता है, तो अपना टॉप 2 का कैसे होएगा पता नहीं, तो बता दूंगा मैं तुम लोग को। भाई
अब
साहब,
तो का नॉस के अगेंस्ट जीतना पड़ेगा,
नाउस को जीतने के
और
बावजूद
कुछ नहीं है।
मेरे को अगर नाउस से अपन 2-1 जीतते हैं ना,
ए सॉरी, अभी चल क्या बोलते हैं, नाउस के सगे सी लॉन्चिंग के अगेंस्ट एक भी मैच जीते ना तो टॉप 2 है।
हाँ, नोंगशिम से एक मैच जीतना जरूरी है अगर नाउस से जीतते हैं तो।
नहीं तो लॉन्चिंग से जीतना ही है।
नहीं तो फिर नोंगशिम से क्लियर जीतना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि तब हेड टू हेड पे ही बात आएगी फिर, क्योंकि 2-वे टाई रहेगा।
अभी सुबह का मैच इफ रिडल जीतती ना
तो मैप
तो
बन
बहुत
तो
क्लियर
गेम
होता,
बनता था तो और मजा आता था और भसड़ होती थी।
नहीं बस होती।
अच्छा हाँ, नोंगशिम के साथ गेम था ना इनका, तो 1-2 होते थे।
हाँ तो सिर्फ लॉन्चिंग और रिडल उन दोनों का झगड़ा चलता।
हाँ,
हम
अपन हो
टॉप
जाते
2
थे,
ही रहते,
अपन टॉप 2 हो जाते थे।
हम टॉप। हाँ
नाउस इज प्लेइंग सेज वाइस कॉम्बो फनाटिक वाला। नाउस फनाटिक कॉम्ब खेल रही है।
Yeah, very much so. Sitting at 2-0 here. On the side of Velocity, also no changes. This is
यार जेट दे
virtually
दो
the same as
इसको,
what we saw in Lotus, just with Sova in instead of
एक
the
मैप
Fade.
जेट दे
Now, I
दो।
will say, this kind of composition is
फाइनल में
certainly
खेलेंगे
much
शायद
more
से।
unorthodox on Ascent
या
than it
प्लेऑफ्स
is
में
on
जेट
something
खिलाएंगे।
like Lotus. So, look
हाँ
for
मतलब
Naus to
कुछ
be
चेंज
able
तो
to
करना ही पड़ेगा,
exploit the
बहुत ज्यादा
weaknesses a
ओपन अप हो
little
गए
bit
अपन।
more easily here. I think Naus still
हाँ
going to be feeling
क्योंकि
good, but
रॉस को
Velocity
सिर्फ
brimming
रॉसी को
with
सिर्फ
confidence.
चेंबर दे रहे, दमार
Yes,
का सिर्फ
absolutely. This is going
नियॉन
to
दे
be
रहे।
interesting
कभी
once
कभी रॉसी को
again
साइफर मिल
in
रहा है
Ascent
सनसेट के मैप पे।
between Velocity and
एक ही मैप,
NAOS. This
अभी
is
बाइंड
their
नहीं खेला अभी
map
तक।
pick for now. So let's see if they are able to adapt. If
अभी
they
अपन ने
are
अबिस भी नहीं
able
खेला
to
ना।
read what Velocity is
अबिस भी
going
नहीं
to
खेला।
bring. Of course, the actions are with your casters here, Komodo and Kong.
Well,
Ascent
Morgan,
लोटस खेला है।
confidence is a scary, scary
भी
thing.
Ascent
You should have
लोटस
seen
भी
how
था।
up and about I was when I outfragged
और
Komodo in the
दूसरा गेम
playtest one
खेला है।
here. It's a scary, scary
कोरोड
thing, and
सनसेट
Velocity
है।
are running with that right now. Komodo can
बाइंड
now
और
bring
अबिस
this
नहीं
one
खेला।
back.
Maybe, but I'll have you know that one day I'll put you on my settings and watch you fumble. But fumbling is what these teams are not going to do here on this one. Ascent is the play. It's the same compositions that these two teams know and love. Velocity, their own style. Naus can pull some
Once again VLT on
traps and
defense,
stuff
बढ़िया।
from Paper X and from Fnatic, who run this composition as well. And this could be the time for Velocity to win this series 2-0 cleanly, to take that challenge in towards who is going to potentially get the first seed.
इसका देखा होगा
Now
शायद
still
से नाउस का,
are able to enter
क्योंकि
back
वो
from this
ग्रीन
game
बॉल
and try to
करता
win
है।
the series and
वो
get
हर
that
बार
seed
करता है।
into the playoffs.
हाँ
No casualties for the early stages. Just a little bit of damage towards SK Rossi.
Certainly would be a statement, Komodo. Velocity going 3-0, and then with the game up against Nongshim, which is going to throw some question marks about where some of these
सेज
players
अंदर
end
आई,
up in the
info ही
top.
नहीं है।
Xavi is going to be the nice one to find.
Rossi
the
भाई।
opening. We talked about this battle sage and how well it can do, but we've also talked a lot about Russ. Finds Moja, finds Zan, also a third.
ये तो ठीक है, रस और डमारा ने संभाल लिया राउंड, पर रॉसी
Velocity are on the board with the pistol.
Oh, that could have got a little bit risky for them at the end.
Huh?
The 1 versus 2 though, because the thorns were activated.
दोनों में होगा।
रिकॉन अच्छा था, पर रॉसी whiffed so bad. Nice try bro, but improve करना पड़ेगा रे।
नाइस ट्राई नहीं जीते, राउंड जीते।
रॉसी के लिए नाइस ट्राई, राउंड तो जीत गए।
A little bit by this one when they were slowing things
ये शॉट्स
down.
नहीं मिस कर सकते रे।
Velocity keep up the pace. It could actually be a
भाई राउंड पे वेट
good
होते हैं।
idea for the next couple of rounds.
A little awkward for Rossi, though, if he's not able to get out of that. Rendezvous gives him some safe passage for now.
बढ़िया बढ़िया।
So he's going to find two very, very quickly here with that outlaw. Nicely done. Has to move back in with the classic, however. There's still that sheriff from Zan. He looks to creep
बढ़िया।
around, but
Oh, hello.
the grill. What can you even do there, can you? Straight into it. Velocity with two. Nice and clean, only losing the one.
डमारा?
Yeah, and they'll pick up
Dum
the gun
Dum?
to carry on over to the next round as well. Could have been flawless, but the little jump there to try and dodge out the
फ्लॉलेस
bullets.
तो पता है।
Doesn't work
सही में
out.
flawless ही
Got
था,
a
आ
little
गया वो।
reveal and tag as well, right? Just
ये देख
scanning on through.
कितना गंदा whiff किया है।
But I can't help but wonder when we start to get into the proper rifle rounds, can
कोई बात
Velocity
नहीं।
continue
वैसे भी
it, Mitch? Because we've so
सारे
far seen the good
राइफल
stacking
उतने थे,
towards A
सारे
and
राइफल
stacking
थे।
towards
हाँ,
B.
एक शेरिफ
The
तो
right
मेडल
spot
लेके आया ही
2
था।
times over. What happens to Velocity when things change up around the map?
नहीं अब हमारा whiff करने लगा है.
Damara may be getting a little bit too complacent there, a little bit overzealous. I mean, though, at the end of the day, the bonus, you've always got to play a little bit more risky. And lightning fast. Oh, you might be able to catch a couple of members off guard here. Moja definitely watching that top mid
कि push
position.
करेंगे.
And now as we see Russ joining him.
हे लेकिन अच्छा मारा रे राइट. एलिफ ने अच्छा मारा.
Nicely done. Zan does get a couple back, meaning that we can still see this lead held for NAOS.
Yeah, that's a very important frag that
बहुत अच्छा मारा एलिफ ने पता है.
The fact that he gets both of them as well.
गोलसान.
Keeps it workable for NAOS. And this one, that would
अगर ये shot connect होता तो नाकिया मर जाता.
To potentially claim the bonus, but now just Madeline. Here's the footsteps.
Your time to shine, my friends. You've been looking good in this series. If you can catch Zan, maybe there's a world, maybe there's a way. They're separated. Now he's split them again. He's found the shot.
Oh, nice try.
Oh, I saw it coming. I was willing it into existence, but it does not happen. Denied. And all now.
Shots देखे Madeline के.
Man, that gets super close though, doesn't it? He's isolated the right timing for that 1 versus 3 because you know what we always say.
रॉसी का वही shot भारी पड़ा पता है.
1 versus 3, you lose the
नाकिया ही जिंदा
3
बचा.
versus 1. Nakia.
रॉसी का वही whiff shot भारी पड़ा भाग.
मार सकता था वो.
It tickles the shields and the guns of NAOS. Look how many Guardians they're coming into this next round with.
Certainly not the happiest of helpings. The financial pool is down.
चप्पल पड़ेगी अगर वहां से पिक किया रॉसी ने तो.
So just having a little bit of a look here up towards from mid top.
वो वाले एंगल का भाई कोई पता नहीं रखता.
Short now. Nakia going to be trying to lay a helping hand.
क्या हो रहा है?
Rossi, head ripped off immediately. Very bold to be crossing that position so late into the rounds. Especially dry outside market. So now we're going to see NAOS slot their way in towards top mid.
Now the thing is for SK Rossi though, he's going to keep on putting a premium on getting these snipers and such. He needs to be holding the lanes to a tight degree. He's to make sure that he's not getting caught off guard like that.
No distractions.
एक वन एंड डन वाली पोजी पे ही था, कुछ नहीं कर
Not
सकता
before
था.
he takes down Zan in the process. Oh, Damara watches the line. It makes it tricky, but that's a great catch with the double up. However, it's not going to matter when Nakia is found 3. And now this rotation coming in from PTC, surely going to be able to find Russ here. He does shoulder it. Very wise, very intelligent.
एक frag और ulti.
Prospect here for the side of Velocity. One away from that.
I am thinking too much, लेकिन एक frag और ulti.
Great shot from Zabi, so denied. It's not going to be happening today. Nor is the ace that's going to be coming through for Nakia. It's just all onto Madeline, who almost nearly did win that 1v3 prior. Makes a good effort of it. Jumping around the bend. Doesn't quite see Moja in time, however. Now straight back in with 2. And a little bit of a denial on any sort of resurgence here, as I think we're going to have to see a weaker purchase to come out from Velocity here.
I mean, some really good shots that does come through from Nakia in that round, but I'm kind of seeing him go for the plant as well when the ultimate is already there. When you're 2 away from the resurrection, you know, if we're wanting to maximize some things, drop that spike on over to your Sage, get closer, because you got 1 kill, would have had the res coming into this next round. So we'll see if there's going to be anything that plays a little bit of disfavor in that regard. Lots of light shields coming on through as well. Open up the accounts for some potential cheeky shots from SK Rossi or the Bucky and Damara too.
My bottom broke.
Gate crash denied for Moja inside mid. So nothing really happening at this point in time. Just a slow rotation back around. Velocity immovable at this point.
Yeah, well, not getting too close with that judge.
अपनी टीम के इको राउंड में भी एक हीरो राइफल रहेगी क्योंकि क्रेड्स बचाए थे.
But it is SK Rossi just playing to see what damage you can get before getting out of dodge and Ronda going to market. Now's the time that we start to see some movement though from the guys over at B. Adeline confirming some information.
It's going to be an awkward line.
पीछे जा भी हो गया.
Does shoulder out Moja, and I think he's pulled a lot of info, but
नहीं कनेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहा रॉसी.
Taken down by Zan. Now that Rolling Thunder coming through as well, making it very, very awkward, but it's not really going to matter when the whole side of NAOS are basically straight on out. Moja's done it all by himself, completely solo for this point in time, but Damara
misclick है 180.
makes his work cut out for him. Zan does get the trade back, however, in good time, but lightning fast. I think this might be a little bit of an uphill battle from here.
नहीं तो मैडलिन को क्यों उड़ाता?
Yeah, Ross getting out that
This
rolling
कैसे
thunder
होगा?
as well.
दो बार
Catching
click करना
Madeline,
पड़ता है,
who then
तुझे पता
gets
है?
scanned by Nakia. So just peppered through
Result.
the wall. Feels a little bit awkward and
एक बार तो
setting
हाथ
up
में
the
लेते
team
हैं और
for
दूसरी
failure
बार
a little bit in that
सोवा जैसा नहीं है
moment.
बरोबर
SK Rossi once again also just not able to get a shot
सोवा
out
रेस जैसे थोड़ी है.
or having his head removed. So we're getting a little bit of this awkwardness from Velocity, but again, still really early stages. That was a lesser buy as well, so shrug it off. Full focus in towards the next round, but turn it on the other side for now.
क्या सोचा पता
Very
नहीं
well
Madeline को भी
executed.
अल्ट कर
Fight
दिया.
for that utility coming on
एक
through.
राउंड में अल्टी
Yeah,
भी
I
कर
think it might have just
दिया.
been a slightly off call, right? You know, throwing it from the
बहुत
back of
जल्दी
sight,
अल्ट कर दिया.
catching Madeline as you mentioned. So you never really know what's happening there. Russ's utility has been mostly good, but right then it certainly favored NAOS.
Well, the big weapons are back in possession for Velocity. A bit of a premium once more for this mid control. Seeing a lot of teams so far. When
Rossi बहुत ज़्यादा eager हो रहा
SK
है.
Rossi, again, just not able to get a shot off before being taken down.
Yeah, he's absent right now, isn't he? Absent without leave as well.
रॉसी बहुत ओवर ईगर हो रहा है पता है.
Gotta be putting up that impact as the
करेगा,
chamber. You
पता
know,
है,
when you opt
पता
to take that as the sentinel.
वो ग्रीन बॉल करेगा, देखा नहीं उसे इन्होंने.
Great shot from Zan. That's a second. Typically, the Omen not known for their operator skills, but it's working out for him so far. 3 versus 5.
Yeah, these are the scenarios that you don't want to drop as NAOS as well, right? You want to leave no stone unturned, clear everything that you possibly can. 2 individual moments for Velocity without trades.
बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर ईगर हो रहे थे
Moments
अपने
of
प्लेयर्स.
lapse. Can't be seeing it. Now, again, another individual play from Lightning Fast around the bend.
Oh. If he pops the paranoia at the right time, but I don't think he's going to be afforded it at all. Gonna get that utility out. He may actually get the catch onto one. Okay, here we go. Maybe there's a chance, but he makes the right choice. He pulls out the resurrection here for Nakia. PTC comes back as well with another, and Russ unfortunately goes down, so it would have to be all Lightning Fast. And they walk out at the most opportune time.
Ascent और हमारा नाता.
And all of them are up and about. No, 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 they say. This is certainly now us back into the fray.
No need to shift the spike over towards Zan and TP to the B site, for example. When PTC does get one in there, you've got a 4 versus 1 essentially on this A site. Just take it together and have that ult in tow for a little bit later on. Quite convincing of the round to come through from NAOS there. And you know, we're seeing the same sort of things plague Velocity at the moment. I'm wondering if a timeout is in order to have the discussions, get the coach input, get the team to settle and really recognize what's going wrong.
Damara clearly getting a little bit of his own medicine right now. And I think it's a perfect time for Godspeed to give the guys a bit of a pep talk. But also the exact same thing can be said for NAOS, right? They're certainly a team that thrives off the vibes. But you can't get too out of control, too out of order.
Yeah, definitely so. At least the safety net in finding the first map, but you got to feel like the way that they were sort of closing a lot of those rounds should give them still really good ideas coming in towards this map. And it's not like they haven't played this map throughout this tournament, right? Velocity did play this one against Full Sense. It did get very close though in the 13-11, and that was also the map, right, that they started off 0-6 down on their attacking side.
I was going to say, we haven't had many of these. It's run pretty damn smoothly so far. Looks like it may very well have just been some sort of equipment issue anyway, so it shouldn't be too far before we get back into it.
Who spilt the drink? That's like when you've had no tech issues and you're, you know, only into the second map. You're not seeing a mouse go flat, perhaps. Who's done something, but it's okay. We're good. We're away.
Negative aura. It's fine. We're back immediately.
I don't think any of the 10 players in this server have negative aura.
You're probably spot on.
Just the casters.
Yeah, we're so far out of the playing field.
बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर पिकिंग हो रही है रे.
Yeah. Anyways, just the judge for Lightning Fast here. See if he's going to be able to do anything with that, or if the pistols can somehow
नया मत
be
ट्राई करो.
decisive enough
साले
to
अच्छा खेल
kill
रहे
a
हो.
bloat, keep things close. Opportunity for the overdrive and a Hunter's Fury if you need, but it is the passive nature from NAOS that starts to clear. Necessary corners.
Very, very slow and methodical, isn't it, NAOS? Team not known for taking these rounds too quietly. SK Rossi very much trained onto that point, has had a slow game so far. Really big opportunity for him to pick up. Great opening shot there from PTC with his fabled lurk. Now as they start to move their way in, fake out hit. And a couple of warning shots as well, but only 2 left in the chamber here, unfortunately, which means they're actually going to start to pull away here now. Now the focus set on towards B.
नहीं कनेक्ट हो रहे, कनेक्ट ही नहीं हो रहे.
Doesn't look as well in where they're placing this shear over towards A2, right? Generally, you want to see.
दमदारा अगर कुछ मारे, अगर अल्टी लेके तो कुछ हो सकता है.
Velocity off guard, a lot who focus on the mid flanks. More often than the B main stuff on this eco now though. Quick on in.
Get awkward,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly right. Russ has already found one on the Xavi, and now they have to get moving very, very quickly. Russ could keep going. Russ could do damage. He could be the hero that is right now, Komodo. Still alive, still kicking. Lightning fast, joining the fray.
No time, no time, no time. Let's go. क्या round निकला है?
How does that even happen? Lightning fast and Russ from the boat shed. They are salesmen. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, they're sailing off into the abyss in that one as well, aren't they? Thrifty to cover.
भाई रस बहुत अच्छा खेल रहा है.
Shaky round that comes on out. What? 5 versus 3 for a mere moment in time.
आज नहीं पूरे टूर्नामेंट में अच्छा खेल रहा है.
He's from the shadows, I believe, to get on over to the back of the site, right?
He does,
and then just kind of parks it a little bit, waits silently, lets Russ.
मैं कल ऋषि भाई से पूछा ना, मैं बोला ऐसा क्यों होता है, सारे बंदे जी से निकलने के बाद ही परफॉर्म करते हैं.
क्या बोला फिर?
बोलते हैं इट्स जस्ट आवर लक दैट अपने प्लेयर्स परफॉर्म करते हैं बट वो रिजल्ट्स नहीं निकल के आते. वो शॉट है.
That's an awesome ultimate.
Crazy ulti.
The Hunter's Fury denying both Moja.
मैं बोला वो बात तो सही है क्योंकि मेरे को याद है ग्लोबल ई-स्पोर्ट्स वर्सेस टीम सीक्रेट 2-10 से 11-12 खींच लिया था और वो राउंड कोई बोल नहीं सकता कि हम लोग वो 24th राउंड हारेंगे बिकॉज हमने इनिशियल एडवांटेज ले ली थी. कभी कभी नसीब ही साला ऐसा रहता है ना कि नहीं जीत सकते. ये भी कनेक्ट नहीं हुआ.
To get the slower
Rossi needs to
buy themselves some
introspect.
additional time. That spike is going to be planted, so still winnable for NAOS.
तो पता होना चाहिए कि ऊपर है.
पता था उसको लेकिन डबल पी.
Especially with Xavi finding that kill.
Beautiful stuff so far. The double up in heaven, but Madeline might be able to get a rude awakening onto Zan. No, what am I kidding? Zan continues to hit these shots, and even when he's slowed down by the fault line, he's able to get a second in the round here. This was a 3 versus 5 here, Komodo, and now Damara being denied. It's all on the lightning fast. We got 3 in the previous round, but he would need to repeat that again this time. And they're so split up, so separated. And now Zan even caught in the helping hands. He gives him a little cuddle inside the garden. And that is beautiful denial from NAOS. There was no way they should have been winning that round any day of the week.
No, not at all. 3 versus 5. You take the space up towards the rafters and you do it together as a team. The utility, you're just surviving on through it. Russ's stun stuns the cosmetic. I haven't said that in this tournament just yet. It's something that's over in Pacific happened time and time again. We go from the thrifty of velocity into the upside down round of that 3v5.
Total round 8
nicely for NAOS.
Oh man, you can really start to see velocity shake now. NAOS, you know, aren't playing absolute 10 out of 10 Valorant right now, but they're certainly getting away with some interesting positions. Rossi out.
Rossi is 2-7 right now, guys. वो दो frag भी eco round में आए थे.
Very close. I think PTC could be in for a rude awakening here if he peeks at the right time. The Arcros does spot the information though, so they know somebody's in here. They know someone's up close. Still has the fast lane, still has the relay bolt, but who's going to creep on towards them? And now the dimensional drift is popped as well, Komodo. They're going to be making their way in all together. There is dimensional support as well from Madeline. They have to pull away.
Yeah, there was no drone for Nakia to send in there first.
Huh?
Wall up right now. That shot comes through. How does that happen?
A little uncomfortable now, but at least Xavi from the top of the wall does find another, and Russ going down too. So Lightning Fast does get to play this round at the very least. So 45 points of HP. Spike now planted. Very, very doable here still. Xavi 2 away from the resurrection, so he's not going to have it in this round. Lightning
वो
fast.
ग्रीन वॉल कर रहा है यार.
Slowly
This
creeps
map
his
is on
way
the Rossi.
in to
This
try
map is
and
on the
connect
Rossi.
here. Savvy, he would have to find him straight off the
नहीं
rip,
भाई
but
वो
the
नहीं
good
मार पा
damage
रहा.
is
एक शॉट
dealt.
कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा उससे पता नहीं.
Now, with the heal as well, I
Bad
think
day
Lightning
once again.
Fast isn't overly interested. He's making the right decision here by pulling
ऐसे थोड़ी
away.
होता है यार.
That's 6 for now. So on the board right now on the attacking side of
कुछ
Ascent here,
गलतियां हैं.
Komodo.
होता है but ठीक है.
कुछ
Yeah, I'm
गलतियां
looking
हैं
at
but
what's happening in
rectify
B main as
जल्दी
well
करना
there, right?
पड़ेगा.
You kind of got everything that you want. No drone that you can get sent in for your opponent's
6 हुआ है.
opponent's
6 वाला
side
होना चाहिए.
to clear you. I was kind of waiting for the petty to drop for Damara to stun on in and slide with the Bucky, right? Or get set up with a dart from Madeline. We saw the shock dart come on in, but we saw nothing
You're
on
on
the back of
नहीं
it.
जीतना
Like, you want
चाहिए.
to actually maximize the
वो
chances.
पता नहीं कैसे से तो जीत जाते हैं.
You saw the arc rows. You know that PTC
और
is
जो
there.
जीतना चाहिए वो
Even
नहीं
if
जीत
you're
रहे.
just using that utility to get that one kill, pilfer a better weapon, you should be ripping it in that sort of position because you allow NAOS to get close to the site to set up.
ये 19 तारीख की
They
मनु
are
से.
going to walk over you. We saw it
19
previously.
तारीख
in
की
the
मनु
two
से. तारीख ही
series that
निकालो.
they've played on this map. They are very clinical when it comes into their executions onto these sites. If you allow them to
19
do
नवंबर,
so.
19 अक्टूबर.
Very momentum driven
अरे
team as
19
well.
तो तेरा
Vibes
बच्चा पैदा
merchants
हुआ.
as
तो
mentioned.
तू क्या बोलेगा?
That's why they've got such a backing
तेरे को तेरा
here.
बच्चा पैदा हुआ गलती.
Now Damara, great shot
क्या
there
बोलेगा?
opening onto Moja. Zan will
अभी
be
तक
positioned
मनु से
accordingly,
तब
and
का
I don't
तब
think they're actually
देखेंगे.
ready for this as well.
अरे
Up towards the
उसने
generator
मारी
here,
है.
the two members now stuck inside A main. And it
पता है
makes it
उनको.
so uncomfortable for them. Damara just having a little bit of a spot forward. Naki are actually up and over on the wall.
उसकी ult कुछ काम नहीं आने वाली अगर A main sin की entry deny की जाती है तो.
Unless it was to try and pick up the additional orb here.
खत्म हो गया. अब ये round कैसे जीते हम?
Resurrection, but it's denied completely. PTC has to try and do it solo.
इससे जीते
Rotation
मत
is
बोल.
here. They would absolutely have to fumble this one. Velocity.
जीत गए.
already
30
coming
HP
deep
रे.
in on the flank. He's
इतना
got
भरोसा है
the SK Ross
कि 1v3 30 HP पे तो नहीं होंगे.
is going to have.
They can just sit. They can just sit. They don't need to hunt. They gotta be careful of their own money too.
SK Rossi has to hit this shot.
ये शॉट नहीं
He
लगा.
will. PTC not looking in the right direction. SK Rossi back on towards the board.
लग गया.
And it is a late resurgence into the half here for Velocity.
Really well started as well. Dodged off the paranoia, and then you're just holding control of the.
ये wall गलत की है
of the
पता है.
mains choke. You kind of forget that Zan has TP'd in amongst the scrap. as
जब
well, right? Because he's not
ओमिन
revealed
को
himself.
पता
You
है
do
कि वो टीपी मार
have a
चुका है.
sinking
साइट में
feeling that
उसको
it
कोई
could have been a
दिख नहीं
fake,
रहा
but
है.
Zan just didn't
मतलब
activate
A main
when he
पे
went
वो
into the
stacked है.
shadows.
Stucked है
He
एकदम.
was
Stacked
way
भी
more
कहिए.
passive,
एकदम
hoping
stucked
that
है.
someone would come out of main, that he could catch the freebie.
6 साल करोगे.
Very
6 साल.
good realization from
Ascent
Velocity.
पे
that
डिफेंस
they
में
can
6
still
साल
be very
जरूरी है.
नहीं ठीक है. 6 साल is better. Better than 4-8 या 3-9.
गाइस यार 4 मिनट का व्लॉग बचा है यहाँ पे. यूफो भाई का वो भी देखने गए. This is looking worse than the ranked right now. तो तुम क्यों नहीं पहुंच गए वहां तक?
Tough. You got the weaponry as well back in possession of Velocity because they were backwards and forwards a little bit between buys.
The people who say this is looking worse than the ranked. So why are you guys playing ranked? Why are you not here?
So this is the time to try and equalize us up on the 6-6 or to be a little bit more demanding from NAOS to close on the 8-4. We're going to have a couple of different battles across the extremities around the map. The A main control, getting your chamber on the line with that beat.
Rossi can play much better if he stops exposing
You don't
himself.
really want to see from Moja.
सही बोल रहा है.
Self flash rather.
A little bit of scraps, Komodo.
बहुत ओवर पीक कर रहा है रॉसी अब.
They've already burnt down a hell of a
ये
lot
ले ये
off
भी
the
शॉट
round.
कनेक्ट नहीं
SK
हुआ.
Rossi, oh no, you've got to hit those, my friends. That allows PTC to continue to live on here. There is still 3 members over towards the side of B as we now
Smokes
see
चले गए
Velocity
अपने.
make their
उनके
way
भी
through.
चले गए by the
Damara
way,
and
but
Lightning
अपना
Fast.
डिफेंस है.
It is only going to be one and done though, as Damara has to try and hold this completely solo, and he will be stuck inside A main. This is going to be so challenging for him to do. Just try.
हाँ वो तो मारा है उसको तो पता ही है ना.
They know exactly where he is. Recon dart in to try and gather some further information. Arc Rose destroyed.
एक
They have to
मारना
clear it
चाहिए
together, and they
और
will.
nice try.
Beautiful stuff there from NAOS. Knowing exactly where they need to be and where they need to clear.
They're going to go on down to get the res back onto Zan. They want to 100% this round.
Pile smokes bhi aa gaye
Very
online.
wise, Komodo. Madeline, SK
Finally
Rossi.
एक connect
There we
हुआ.
go. A shot. Revenge for SK Rossi.
Finally एक connect
Now it's
हुआ,
an
लेकिन
opportunity
plant
to
सब हो
really try
गए,
and get
round
their way
गया ना
back in
बस.
towards this. Sure, the dark cover splits off short, but they can make their way through. It's going to be the recon bolt out first. Aftershock to go down. And look at this utility coming out from the breach in Russ. He's doing absolutely everything for the team to be allowed out towards heaven, but they're still sitting back. They're still holding this position. Naki will now drop Russ the paranoia to just try and 100% this round. They've used a lot of utility, but it's absolutely perfect. And that is going to be Naki with the 3K to afford a 7th round for NAOS. Looks like this one is going to be going the distance this series.
It's really crispy aim to come through from him in the end there, and this is a good benefit on getting that resurrection as well. Fight players alive in that post-play scenario. There's so many different angles that now's going to be able to hold that spike from. No one's under hell, they're all in main, so I kind of like the idea from Russ to get that fault line over towards the main choke point, to at least try and facilitate the team to drop in towards the site. But again, just too...
Sometimes you need to know about that, Raya. Sometimes.
Wow. Wow.
क्या मार के वापस आ गया?
Wow.
कैसे भाई? 2 मार दिया?
Wow.
अबे कभी कभी लगता है क्या अल्टी क्यों नहीं मारा? भाई क्या किया ये राउंड में? भाई कभी कभी मेरे ब्रेन सेल्स रजिस्टर नहीं कर पाते क्या हो रहा है गेम में. अबे मेरे को पता रस ने अल्टी क्यों नहीं मारा लास्ट राउंड में.
No idea until the paranoia came on through from lightning fast, so you could see how hesitant he was to start to get in towards the site.
Just needs to buy time now, Komodo.
Sometimes.
Throw a little bit of panic into the mind of lightning fast. This would be for an 8th round. 8 attackers sided rounds from NAOS. Zavit, you were talking about him being absent in the previous map of Lotus Komodo, and I would absolutely agree. But makes the heart grow closer, Komodo. But he will be denied. Lightning fast secures the Zowie clutch. And now they will not find 8 instead.
हाँ वो भाई 3 बंदों के बीच में जाके मार के वापस आ गया.
Still on.
Yeah, that could have been a really rough moment for Velocity as well when you consider that was a 3 versus 1 that they had up their sleeve, right? You've got Russ just transitioning and reloading in the open. I thought he recognized where Zavi was at the end there because he
दूसरा बाद में मारा.
The Rolling Thunder, right? I thought he was going to rip it over towards main, but he thought...
यहाँ पे अल्टी खींच देना चाहिए था, क्यों नहीं खींचा?
There was an opportunity for Zavi to potentially get that 3 versus 1 or 1 versus 3 rather in that moment in time, but unfortunately not. 11 HP.
फटी तो है.
5 at the half. This one is close. Are we going to get the 3rd map? I don't know. You'll have to stay around to the next half to see.
मैं 1 सेकंड में 2 मिनट में
आजा.
उसके बाद हमारे स्क्रीम से उसके बाद रात को कांचा पार्टी करेगा. इतना सीरियस क्यों हो रहा है? ब्लॉग हो रहा है. तो ऐसे सीरियस इंटरव्यू दे रहा है क्या? टेक चेक है, स्क्रीम है, फिर रात को पार्टी करेंगे. हेवी भाई. कापून खा. कैसा सोए का अच्छा था? भाई मैं सपना यार.ครับผมเดี๋ยวหลบน้ำด้วยนะ this time.
म्यूजिक मगर अच्छा चला है. अरे भाई इनका म्यूजिक भाई इनका प्रोडक्शन लेवल नेक्स्ट लेवल होता है. मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग में नो
लोग जा रहे हैं करने का. आज है मैच डे and now some basic burgers we have taken. Let it come. Heavy practice area guys. से थोड़ा go to the playing area. So this is the Imperial World Convention Center. So ये यहाँ का setup है boys and this is how the team is staged है.
So wait, that's new name.
Feel the velocity. Guys. Hey.
Attack started. Attack started. Attack started.
It out.
Slow down, really. Now as that will go through, it looks like we do still see Velocity trying to find this. They're going to creep on in towards position now. Up close and personal. I think they're going to allow this spike plan. Full comfort here.
50 HP.
A little bit of damage on towards Nakia. Can get healed up by Xavi, of course. Now you got the awareness that the flank is a potential from the trademark, but this is just going to be a scrappy battle in this 5 versus 5.
They've really burnt out all the time, haven't they? Now wrapping back in. Getting out of long. Straight through main. Now Rossi looking to be the first one to take point here, but NAOS, they are respecting it. They are really taking their time, wanting to dot their eyes.
Oh, Rossi, nice!
Rossi finds the TikTok wall from Xavi. Great opening pick here, and now they have to really pick up
Let's
the
go,
pace
man.
now.
Let's
I don't
go.
think there's
Good
gonna be any
crossfires and
safe
good
passage
round.
towards this side here. Velocity, beautiful stuff. Another pistol, another round, and another chance towards closing this series out 2-0.
I'm thinking to myself that this is going to be a scrappy 5 versus 5 pistol in the post plant, right? When you've got the utility still a little bit there for the side of NAOS, but it is just some really sharp crossfires being held by Velocity, and everybody on the money with clicking that mouse button to get the kills. 5 alive, flawless pistol containment field for Velocity. They are definitely looking to tie this one up and start their affairs on this attacking side super early. Throw it back to what I mentioned earlier as well, Mitch, right? They started 0-6 against Full Sense before waking up. So the fact that they're already here is good.
Certainly good. But a slow approach. Velocity not looking to overstay their welcome here. It wasn't exactly a stack, but they did have a bit of control. PTC making the call now, trying to get rotation in from Nakia. They've invested nothing into this round.
Now the full eco.
5 classics.
See if you can get a cheeky thrifty, because we've seen one of those before.
A couple.
But this is definitely the time to just equalize and focus for the bonus. Don't drop much here.
Spotted out PTC. It was a good blind as well. But it's not going to net any reward here right now. Velocity, make sure they do their due diligence. The site will be secured. It should just be a very, very quick retake attempt now, so I'm sure. Not really a hell of a lot to work with as we
तो माडलन जल्दी farm करें. Farming
A little
करें.
bit closer to that Hunter's Fury as well for Madeline. Seen some good use of it with that double on the defense side.
Just frozen in motion right now. A little bit of a stalemate. Nobody wanting to make the first move. And I mean, look, Velocity got to be careful. They don't want to lose too many, especially none of this extra weaponry like the
free gun, by the way.
the Phantom, yeah. Of course.
I mean, that's a 3 versus 5, and you get it down to just 2 alive at the end there. I think you're kind of okay with
That's
how
what
that
I'm
works
saying,
out
man.
now.
You know, the problem is you give 3 weapons away and your bonus just does not look good at all.
Yeah, I mean, the stun comes in. I'm expecting that was probably just a right click to come on out from Xavi at the first
But ठीक है,
time,
रस ने 2 मारे.
the fact that there's extra damage delivered there makes
At
it
the end
less
of the day, the
sweet
day
coming
ends.
in towards this bonus round for Velocity, but it still looks, you know, plausible.
Yeah, Russ, you could tell he wasn't super happy with that one when all the guys went in and got hungry, but look, you got to give it to him. Velocity are on a bit of a tear right now as they do get these last couple of rounds back in tow, and now they're going to be clearing out that shear.
Guys, जैसे हमारे रस्म यहाँ बोलते हैं, at the end of the day, the day ends. It is happening around.
Weak up from NAOS. PDC, when the util's gone, struggling to get acquainted with the headshots.
All the way in now. Nakia trying to hold on towards the line, but the reload bolt is going to be heading his way. PTC drops Damara in the process. Straight from the market,
let's go.
lightning fast, bold and brazen, but beautiful. Does get traded out by Zan, however. And Now Nakia's going to have to fall back. Cancels the Owl drone early. They still do need to try and clear on here. Russ instead is just going to use the flashpoint to get his way through across to the site, but it's not going to be happening at all.
चलेगा 2 weapons गिराए.
Hell of a lot of kills. 3 alive, 8 rounds, and the bonus denied. And I think, Komodo, they had to invest a little bit more than they wanted.
Oh, potentially so. I mean, I'm talking about PDC not able to collect some headshots in it, and he just gets a bit of a spray through the smoke, so he'll take that where he can. A good anti-bonus to come through from NAOS for good coordination before the plant can really even go down. So they're recognizing sometimes what they need to do ahead of the curve instead of waiting for these post scenarios where we're seeing some strength from Velocity in that regard. Now it's looking like a lot of the stalling utility to try and keep them at bay, and it's just gonna be Tamara getting a little bit too big for his boots.
The Battle Sage is a beautiful, beautiful thing, Komodo. I miss it. I live for it. And already finding that opening with Zan in tow. They're just going to reposition accordingly, but that's made Velocity pull the plug immediately. However, look at all this control. PTC watching from the bottom of the stairs. Inside tiles is going to be Moja. Not having the best game so far, but this could be potentially his time to sort of turn it around. Russ not going to be ready at all. Denied completely. PTC gets 2 for his troubles. Lightning fast, able to respond, but Moja's power positioning, he could probably just turn any time he wants here as well to try and find that additional member. He's cautious, obviously through B, but is going to get the information on the Lightning fast, and that's just a prime round from NAOS.
Yeah, you kind of also don't want to reveal that this lurk would have been able to get into the B side as SK Rossi in my mind, but he's still just going to see what he can do and maybe just protect himself for the next 40 seconds, because this is a scenario where you do want a bit of a hero moment coming into the next round when you are going to have an eco.
30
seconds
clean
left. One from NAOS yet again across the board.
This is 2, like, full 40-second saves that we've seen in this series.
It happens.
And both sides on the side of Velocity, and, you know, so far it means that Velocity's, you know, won these games still. So, NAOS have qualified 9 here, sure, but I still definitely don't think this map or series is over.
No, not at all. Love the fact that the orb is just going to be collected at the end there from Moja as well, getting a little bit closer to the drift, because we are starting to situate ourselves into some strong ults coming online. Oh, and he does die in the last moment. That is
horse
rough.
Standing on the beach. Man. Ooh, that hurts.
Very apt. Some cheeky spots in this round, though, from NAOS, right? PDC. Say his name and he just starts to come alive in the server.
But वही है as chamber
second
side की info नहीं है आपके पास.
They want to send us into
You are not having
a couple of good decisions. And Velocity, yeah, they are feeling a bit uncomfortable. I was expecting that the timeout was going to start to come through in towards this one, because they are going to go into that eco, right? Unless they want to play with the economy and get a little bit of a half by or so, but they were pretty down in the dumps. Just the loss bonus that comes into their pockets now. The time for NAOS to try and look to close this map is nigh.
It will certainly be disappointing for Velocity to have this one shift. You know, NAOS have been running such a solid competition here at Ascension so far.
भाई ये डिफेंस में तो बहुत कुछ थ्रो ही किया है. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ओवर पिक करके कितने राउंड्स दिए हैं.
They're still here. They're still in playoffs, and they're still towards the top of the group right now.
So there is a little light investment to come through from Velocity here, right? See if we can get another thrifty coming on.
अगर हम आज हारते हैं तो हमारा must win हो जाएगा नॉनशिम के सामने गेम.
Favor the headhunter, which is fine with bringing on this chamber. Not really having too much of the crash shots coming on through. Gonna be a faster paced one into the B site yet again, sending in the TP to the back of site. You're actually sticking it as well.
Hell no!
Damn, that's a spike too. Immediately drop down. Madeline will find PTC, so at least it is some safe passage in towards the site. Moja, Xavi finding members on the cross. As you said, Komodo, they invested so much, but Damara, I'll give you a chance. This is a possibility right now here for you, but they do line up to perfection. A warning shot could have potentially gone to the right way. There was some damage dealt onto Zan, but fantastically done from NAOS to go in as a unit, clear as a team, and 10 rounds are on the board. This one is going the distance.
Yeah, I know that's a little lighter buy to come in towards the round for Velocity, but I feel like there's a little bit of a missing element over towards that market door, right? You're getting a quick TP to the back of sight to try and establish a potential crunch in towards it, but you're leaving a very, very common choke point to this B site open, and it's just not even looked at from the players on Velocity.
तो मार्केट का स्मोक कहाँ रहता है इनका?
Fixed up a little bit when you just have no early smokes and you favor the TP quick and early, because that
हाँ मार्केट का स्मोक तो नीडेड रहेगा ना, कुछ नहीं है तुम पे केज वेज थोड़ी है होल्ड करने के लिए, वो तो स्टेज की वॉल से ब्लॉक करते थे मार्केट, तुम किससे मार्केट ब्लॉक कर रहे हो?
Not even Conky today.
Yeah, I know, it's been a day.
It's certainly been a day. It's been a weekend of Valorant action, and we've been loving it, but so is Xavi, Nakia, okay, lightning fast, here he is! Able to fight very, very quickly. Damara will drop Nakia and PTC. What can you do? He's found so much space here, but how long will it be before he cuts the sound? I don't think they've heard him. They've got the distance, they've got the timing, but now it gets a little bit awkward, right? Because they've broken the wall. They're stuck there. Through. Yeah, I think PTC might be able to get top mid. He might be able to get top mid, Komodo. Oh, if he walks, there's no way. He gets both of this. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. Wait. He doesn't know.
The only way that they're into the A site is if Lightning Fast got over the wall, but there's no confirmation that PTC knows that they broke it. The thought process that they did break the wall to get through towards A, because he's got his shear at the guts of mid still, not pop, not activated. He would have known if they went there. So unfortunately for him, he's thinking they got into A by breaking that wall. Lo and behold, they didn't. They've waited.
अब रोटेट करने मिड से जल्दी 8-9 सेकंड लगते हैं.
Another scenario like we saw on Lotus, where he's going to get there, see no one, and probably have to save.
He's going to have to turn on Strava for this run all the way from A main. Now utility ready to rock and roll. I mean, he's got the steel gun. Now on towards lightning fast. Does not quite. He's going to be nearsighted at the very least, as now he moves in towards this dark cover. His prey.
Lightning fast की individual brilliance पे round निकला है.
But lightning fast will deny. Very nicely done. From the omen of Velocity, a 4K into a big brawl inside mid, great timing, using the From the Shadows to reposition towards mid-top, and he closes out the round with gusto, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, definitely, as I said, understand the predicament that PDC was in there, a bit unfortunate, but for Velocity, winning out the battle in the scrap is quite huge. Can they do it again, though, to contend with what NAOS have up their sleeves? Look at the ultimates that they have available coming into round number 19.
Oh, here it is.
And the off-wall from Xavi.
Finds the opening. And now he's going to be stunned up immediately by the fault line, by the relay bolt. And now he's just going to have to try and hope that a little bit more will go his way. They know exactly where he is, but he's narrowly misses the second. Russ going to shoulder him out quickly. It's still a 4 versus 4, but look at the amount of chaos that is ensued inside mid now. Timing! Trying to walk his way in. Surely not going to be ready for it, but he is. Oh, denial of service attack right now. Nakia gets the information on towards the Aldrome. Will look to drop SK Rossi, but he slips the net. Makes his way through the garden. It's not blooming for Nakia right now.
Retake के टाइम पे रेस करेगा वो रेस के लिए वेट कर रहे देख रहा है रेस करने की जगह ही नहीं है
get a resurrection, but I'm looking at Lightning Fast. He's still in mid. He is so aware that they
रेस करने की जगह ही नहीं है
this situation.
Oh, they're going to go for it. It's going to be completely baited out. Oh no. At least, I mean, they use that for Xavi to get the information.
For real, भाई play बना दिया रे भले मरेगा lightning fast यहाँ पे all good टेंशन नहीं है play बना दिया.
But how do they even get back into this? I don't even think they choose to play. They just have to go next, basically.
I'm just going to echo what Big Time was saying, right? The experience of a couple of these Velocity members being in Tier 1 for a time has really just leveled them up, right? They've evolved time and time again with that experience, with coming back into the South Asia region.
उसको समझा भी रेस है उस पे करके तो
really having drive to improve, to find their own identity. It is smart decision making that we are seeing.
आज दमारा वो फॉर्म में नहीं है जो कल था मतलब पिछले मैच में क्योंकि अगर जमारा उस फॉर्म में होता है ना तो भाई बाकी टीम को उतना प्रेशर फील ही नहीं होता.
हाँ भाई उनको प्रेशर आ रहा है.
अब लग रहा है कि प्रेशर फील हो रहा है क्योंकि दमारा 10 पे है रॉसी 8 पे है.
Lightning खींच रहा है actually.
आज lightning खींच रहा है. Yeah, it's a good thing actually. New day, new hero.
Relatively quiet game. Damara
But
straight
Toby
into
did.
mid. This time the She is not going to be there either, Komodo. Instead, it's just a couple of warning shots out from B, but they take mid control.
Oh, Nakia, a little bit of a heal to come his way early. That's what he's requesting, but the space that Velocity have gives them options. Gonna see that nothing's happening over in B main from Moja again. It's available still for NAOS to exercise in towards this round should they need it. And well, the heal that Xavi just used is already gone down for Nakia. Back to low HP.
Great tag through the wall, hey? Just that little bit of preemptive information. They're going to hold short. They are going to break through when this barrier wall falls down. And there it goes. So that's going to be some information. Xavi has to go huge with this operator towards the line. The paranoia goes through, and so does the overdrive. Going to look to get what they can. Zan, unfortunately, can't in a bit of a
बढ़िया पे डमारा.
Straight in.
बढ़िया. यही बात कर रहे थे भाई. डमारा थोड़ा सा परफॉर्म करेगा तो टीम से प्रेशर वेव ऑफ होगा.
Moja, PTC creeping their way in slowly. Arcro, Steel Garden, all there. The dimensional drift. But how far do you want to go?
Yeah.
The wall is down.
It's a good pick of the plans as well for Russ there. Picks up the Rolling Thunder if you need.
अभी नहीं यूज करेगा वो. Next round करेगा.
It's just such an awkward position, I suppose, to get one kill and maybe.
नहीं, but depend करता है. अगर PTC ने ult खींचा तो Rolling Thunder आएगा.
He's going to be straight on towards the line, and sure, PTC is able to shoulder it out, but unfortunately, it's a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? PTC having to save again.
I mean, it's another moment in time for Velocity where they make a really smart decision to wait for that barrier wall to drop. Meanwhile, this hunt is on, so I'll put a park in it for the moment. Doesn't even get one. Unfortunate for PTC. Commanding round Velocity to tie it up. As I was saying, opting to wait for that wall to fall, going for the mid split. And as soon as you see that operator echo out from Xavi and the paranoia that lands onto Damara, it's the split-second decision-making to stun the main choke, to wrap through grass.
What the fuck is happening, bhai sahab? VLT got that Diwali buff. गाइस एक चीज बोलता हूँ. मैंने रेल में भी ये चीज बोली है, मैं तुमको स्ट्रीम पे भी रोज ये चीज बोलूंगा टिल द टूर्नामेंट एंड्स कि प्लेयर कैसा भी परफॉर्म करे, व्हाट्सो मैटर, प्लेयर कैसा भी परफॉर्म करे, उसको मोटिवेशन देते ही रहो.
About these ults, right? The dimensional drift, the steel garden that you're still.
Because अगर तुम एक चीज नोटिस करोगे, 10-10 का स्कोर लाइन है, मोयर भी तो 9-16 पे है. मेरे को उनके व्यूअर्स तो दिख ही नहीं रहे मोयर को गाली देते हुए.
Still putting a bit of a focus.
हमारे ही गाय के लिए.
There from Moja getting on that mid line, but there's just absence from Velocity over there this time. Full focus to this A site.
नहीं लिया, किसी और ने लिया.
क्यों लिया?
Slow waltz.
रॉसी ने क्यों लिया?
This should very well be around for Velocity, but again, this weaponry for NAOS, it's enough, right? Information gathered by Moja now.
Does that make you think better of it as Velocity with what you've seen at this site, though? Because look where Moja is, Mitch. He's already in towards tiles. He's got the biggest read imaginable on how this round is playing out to just
ये स्टैक करेंगे इस पे, क्योंकि बी का इन्फो है. बी में पूरा पुश है. वो योरू को देखो. What's that?
From the shadows available, Steel Garden 2. PTC hasn't had a chance to pop that. What are they going to do here? You can tell they're itching to try to go for it. And it's just bait. They're not doing anything just yet. Komodo, they're running out of time. Zan does get spotted.
This might actually have to switch into a Rolling Thunder angle, and it is.
Straight on through. So we do get one stun on towards the site, but Xavi's going to be able to get through at the most opportune time. Weaponry picked up now, starting to get challenging. It's a second for Xavi. Oh boy, 20 seconds to go here, Komodo. And I mean, I think they're actually going to have to go for that teleport. Absolutely. Over towards the other side of the site. They will rotate their way around, but Moja's got to drop Madeline. SK Rossi gets one, but now he has to try and find more completely solo. They can just rotate away. SK Rossi has to get his runners on right now, has to get moving. Zan could completely deny, and he will. It's all going to be on to Lightning Fast to see what he can do here, and the gate crash, it's not going to be there. The blind side gets him going, and now Lightning Fast trying to do it all, trying to do it solo here. It would be such a heroic round. A 1 versus 4 angle coming through now. Does not have the paranoia. A single down. Oh, it almost happens. But Xavi will be the hero.
Oh, they get so close at the end there. They line up, but just the bullet can't sink into the face. And it's a bit of a saving grace in the round. The thrifty to come through from NAOS. They bought so much time over at the A side as well, with the slow orb timing that comes out, with the dark covers as well. Really made you uncomfortable for Velocity. As I said as well, right, with the timing getting low, you have to switch into the Rolling Thunder, but you're just not getting into the site at all. Moja's positioning giving absolutely all the information.
Round की बात ही नहीं है, B पे info क्यों नहीं ले रहे हो?
And they even hold on to all those ultimates, Mitch. They have them available to try and close this map.
Lightning Fast is the Undertaker at this point in time, right top of the server, playing some incredible Valorant.
पागल है वो, खाली Grim के ही walls करते रहते हैं.
Tier 1 now. But we're back to winning ways for NAOS. They break the streak, and now they get moving very, very quickly. Moja has to get out of dodge immediately. Still, again, you know, we talk about this Steel Garden from PTC that could be the linchpin. Xavi does have the resurrection. Here we go. There it is. Finally pop, but Madeline finds Moja.
Crazy ulti.
He's taken down. Oh no! Tamara! All up in his face. Madeline finds two. And now Russ can look to find that plan here. Hunter's Fury still available for Nakia, but they've run out of time. Oh no, it sucks for NAOS.
Look at the money again.
They've got no money, as you mentioned, Komodo. They've got no hope, no dreams. Only
राउंड निकाल के दिया है अभी लास्ट को भी ये करो हंट करो भाई पैसा है अपने पास.
But they certainly could have dealt with that additional vandal. And Lightning Fast, oh, he's on the hunt. He's ready to deny. Blood spilling in the water for Velocity.
वो थ्रिफ्टी जीते होते तो अल्टी अच्छा मारा, बहुत अच्छा अल्टी मारा.
ये चीज करनी थी पता है सोन.
अरे लेकिन वो हो गया ना, वो बीमेन पूरा पुश करके रख दिया, वो मिडलिंग तक पुश कर दिया, तो पता है वो यही रहने वाले हैं बाकी अपने बंदे. वो इन्फो पे पूरा गेम पलट गया.
He did put a big one that gets shut down. Take the trade. The fact that the Hunter's Fury was there for Madeline, but mate, you're tied up.
बढ़िया काम किया.
And now you're using your own Hunter's Fury with no info, with no comms on anything behind a lobby.
Hang on, pause right now.
बढ़िया, बढ़िया.
Ready to go for it, but Tamara and SK Rossi are going to deny. I was going to say this is a round where we've actually seen NAOS win these.
Let's go, Ray.
Unfortunately for Nakia, he's going to be getting caught off guard. Xavi does have the res, does have the Guardian now, but I don't think this is a round you want to be going for at all. But at the same time, you kind of have to. You have to make it
yeah, we are going through it.
They can invest the resurrection if they wish.
Well, you need a head offered up first, I feel like, because look where the bodies are, Mitch. They're in main.
अब आज अच्छे से नींद आएगी अब वापस.
They're very difficult res spots.
अपन कितना 3:30 बजे तक कल खेले ना.
Potentially inside 4 बजे तक. With that dark cover down, it's certainly going to cause a little bit of disarray. They get the information. It's a wall bang from Russ.
4:30 बज गई थी.
And Xavi's not going to be able to fall.
उनके बाद सारे उठो गए.
हाँ? उठेंगे ही. उठेंगे ही. भाई, और अपन ऐसी टीम को हरा रहे हैं जिसने अभी तक एक मैप लूज नहीं किया है. ये टूर्नामेंट में वी वर दी ओनली टीम जिन्होंने इनको एक मैप हराया है. और वहां पे ऑस्ट्रेलिया हमको रौंदती हुई, खत्म करती हुई पूरी तरह से. ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने पूरी तरह से अपने को तोड़ दिया है. Lightning Fast की ulti.
They have sold the fake, but eventually the spike will make its way a little bit too late to this B site.
Look, all I can say is lightning fast is certainly a gold
Left side
statue
picker.
towards
Nice
the
shot,
side.
Rossi.
Shrouded step to dodge. SK Rossi to open up the bank
Nice
account
one.
here. Stomps
Well played,
are
Madeline.
rising. Invest in velocity. Buy up now, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking good for them. Xavi has to get out. There is still a chance. There is still a world.
को
When Naos recover here. Komodo.
पैर दिखने चाहिए थे
Gonna let
सेज के,
this one
दिखेगी नहीं
sink
पता
in
नहीं.
right now as the res is available. Moja ready to rock and roll. He's got a break. The most opportune time. Rossi.
कोई नहीं चलेगा, बेट हुआ अलग चीज नहीं, जीत गए भाई. We are into the upper brackets, guys. We are into the brackets.
They have done it. Damara, he will let him know. And
We
for
are
place
into the
from
brackets.
South Asia, where many people would have put them in this competition as one of the lower seeds. A beautiful result to come through from Velocity, but job not done. Naos not going to be too phased here, right?
Yeah.
They know they've made playoffs. They know they've done good work. But Velocity are going to be riding this high into their final game against Nongshim.
I mean, I was saying it time and time again throughout.
थोड़े रिलैक्स है अभी.
Feeling good. Number 3. Oh, we just did it.
26 kill है. Batting first के.
अब स्प्लिट्स बता, ब्रैकेट्स बता दो, फ्यूचर का. रुको एक सेकंड, सारे बता देता हूँ. देखो, एसएलटी, बूम, मोटिव, एनकेटी और ईकिंग. एनकेटी और ईकिंग बाहर हो चुकी है, दैट इज फॉर श्योर. टॉप 3 ये है, यहाँ पे टॉप 3 ये है. अब 1 2 3 क्या रहता है वो इम्पोर्टेंट रहेगा. हमें अगले गेम में एक मैप जीतना है.
एक सिर्फ मैच जीता ना.
तो हम फर्स्ट सीड है.
तो भी हम फर्स्ट सीड है.
हम फर्स्ट सीड है. हमको एक मैप जीतना है फर्स्ट सीड होने के लिए. विल बी फर्स्ट सीड इफ वी विन फर्स्ट एक मैप अगले गेम में नोंगशिम के सामने. एसएलटी के साथ भी वही हाल है कि एसएलटी को काइंड ऑफ एक मैप जीतना है फर्स्ट सीड होने के लिए.
मोटिव ऊपर जाएगा पता है
क्यों? 6-3 हो जाएगा उनका भी बराबर अगर हारा है तो.
मोटिव ऊपर जाएगा पता है. वो लोअर ब्रैकेट में जाएगी.
यप बात सही है. अपना मेजरली मोटिव के साथ गेम हो सकता है. अपना गेम या तो मोटिव के साथ होगा या एसएलटी के साथ.
एक मैच बाकी है. एक मैच बाकी है.
किनका?
मोटिव बूम का.
बूम का एक बचा है, मोटिव का एक बचा है.
अब बट अलग अलग ना. ईकिंग के अगेंस्ट है
और ईकिंग को तो हरा ही देंगे. 3-1. बूम भी 3-1 हो जाएगी. ये 3-वे टाई है. ये 3-वे टाई है.
बूम के अगेंस्ट होगा
अपना. बूम के अगेंस्ट.
हाँ.
भाई साहब मजा आएगा. हरा सकते अपन बूम को तो. बट क्रेजीली हम एक चीज बोलते हैं, हमें सिर्फ एक मैप जीतना है टू बी द फर्स्ट सीड इन द फकिंग प्लेऑफ्स ऑफ अपर ब्रैकेट्स.
तो भी सेम ही होगा, जितना ही पड़ेगा.
22 तारीख को है अपना. एक सेकेंड, अपना परसों गेम है 21 तारीख को. आदि बैक टू बैक गेम है अपना।
हाँ तो अभी तो सारे बैक टू बैक। हाँ
नहीं, एक छुट्टी है बीच में,
23 करेंगे
23 का रेस्ट है।
वो वो 23 करेंगे आई थिंक।
क्या?
23 होगा शायद से।
नहीं, 22 ही है। टॉप 2 क्वालिफाइज। सो बेसिकली द थिंग इज, top 2 from group A, top 2 from group B goes to upper brackets, A1 B2 B1 A2 ऐसा है। वो अपर फाइनल्स में जाएंगे। जो थर्ड सीड रहेगी फ्रॉम बोथ द ग्रुप्स वो लोअर ब्रैकेट में जाएंगे। वहां पे इन दोनों के मैप्स गेम्स रहेंगे। इट्स लाइक दैट। थर्ड पे जो रहेगी उन दोनों के लोअर राउंड 1 में। फिर अपर ब्रैकेट सेमीफाइनल्स में से जो हारा वो लोअर ब्रैकेट में जाएगा, और जो सेकंड वाला हारा वो भी लोअर ब्रैकेट में जाएगा। उनके लिए एक अलग रन चालू होगी। बाकी मेरे को पता नहीं, अपर ब्रैकेट सेमीफाइनल्स जीत जाओ और कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए। मिलते हैं लोअर राउंड 1 में। इम्पॉसिबल है हम लोग लोअर राउंड 1 जा रहे। अब तो इम्पॉसिबल है, अब तो मैथमेटिकली इम्पॉसिबल है कि हम लोअर राउंड 1 जाएंगे। हाँ दी,
जीतना चाहिए।
प्लेऑफ में पहला गेम जीतना चाहिए बस। प्लेऑफ का पहला गेम जीते ना, मतलब हाँ प्लेऑफ का अपन मैप गेम हार के लोअर ब्रैकेट में जा सकते हैं। प्लेऑफ आएगा किसके सामने? बूम के सामने मेजरली। एक मिनट, ना किसके सामने? बूम के सामने आ सकता है ना। बूम कैसा खेल रही है, बूम का देख लो। एसएलटी से बूम हारी है। और क्या हुआ बूम का? मोटिव के साथ बूम जीती है 2-0, बट मोटिव ज्यादा अच्छी टीम है। बूम कैसा जीती पता नहीं। 13-1 जीती है मोटिव के सामने बूम। वो वाइट कैट ही मारता है रे। बट हाँ,
मैं संदेह मारा।
बट क्या बोलते हो गाइस, पहली बार फील आ रही है, वेलोसिटी की फील आ रही है। लेट्स गो भाई, लेट्स गो, लेट्स फ्रिकिन गो। आई डोंट नो हाउ टू एक्सप्लेन दिस फीलिंग राइट नाउ। क्या?
इंटरव्यू नहीं हुआ, इंटरव्यू नहीं हुआ।
I mean, E-King, they don't have the playoff
एसएलटी का
contention
इंटरव्यू हुआ था
anymore,
अभी।
but we've seen this before, right? We've seen
Yeah.
NKP upsetting E-King
एसएलटी क्या हो
when
गया?
they played
अभी थोड़ी
without,
देर पहले भी किसी का
you know,
तो हुआ
without
था इंटरव्यू।
pressure.
नाउस
Sometimes
में से,
their real
नाउस क्या?
potential will show
लॉन्चिंग में से।
in those
साइड
situations.
फॉर एवर ब्रो।
Yeah, absolutely.
क्या बोल रहा है? आई थिंक बूम एंड वीएलटी मेकिंग दिस टाइम. There are 2 slots. Reaching grand finals guarantees VCT. In playoffs, how many
मैं
games
बोलो
do we
बूम,
need to?
नहीं बताओ तो तुझे कौन जाना चाहिए।
हाँ,
एससी में से कोई भी नहीं आना चाहिए। एसएलटी एंड वेलोसिटी जाना चाहिए।
दोनों सीड 1 टीम्स, ऐसा बोल रहा है तू?
हाँ, मेरे को एससी टीम नहीं जानी चाहिए ऐसा लगता है।
हाँ, मतलब तुम 4-4 स्लॉट्स दे रहे हो असेंशन में एसीए को।
इसीलिए
आई थिंक समवेयर अनफेयर रहता है बे। साउथ एशिया को भी 2 दे ही सकते थे। 4 अगर एसीए को दे रहे हो तो 2 तो साउथ एशिया को भी दे सकते थे।
2 के 6 मिलने वाले थे पहले, इफ लॉन्चिंग एंड बूम नहीं आती तो।
किसको? एसीए को?
हाँ
पागल है क्या?
हाँ, तुझे पता नहीं था ये?
ये नहीं मालूम था मेरे को। भाई साहब कुछ कभी कभी लगता है यार कि नहीं।
लिख इसमें लिक्विड पे ले जा।
विकिपीडिया पे रुको गाइस देखते,
जाओ
इज इट ट्रू? ये देख के फिर जाता हूँ मैच स्ट्रीम, ये देख के बंद करूंगा। असेंशन 2025 पैसिफिक किधर लिखा हुआ है रे?
अरे हाँ, बूम और ये नहीं आते ना तो था।
पता नहीं, हो सकता है मे बी।
उन पे डिपेंड करता था। बूम एंड इनिस नहीं आती ना तो 6 लोगों को स्लॉट था असेशन में।
But we are qualified for upper brackets 99.99%. क्योंकि अपन अगर 2-0 हारते हैं नोंगशम से इन द वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो तो अपन थर्ड हो जाएंगे ना।
हाँ शायद से।
हाँ थर्ड हो जाएंगे, शायद से नहीं, फॉर श्योर। क्योंकि वी आर राइट नाउ 6-1। और हेड टू हेड 2 वे टाई में हेड टू हेड ही देखेंगे। पर एक्चुअली 3 वे टाई हो जाएगा।
हाँ सिविट आया होगा बट वही होगा।
तो अपन ने नाओस को हराया, नाओस ने नोंगशम को हराया,
हाँ
और नोंगशम ने अपने को हराया। वी आर थिंकिंग दिस।
वही चीज सेम होगी ना।
तो मैप डिफरेंशियल आएगा।
अल्फा में ग्रुप ए में वही चीज है।
फिर मैप डिफरेंशियल आएगा। और मैप डिफरेंशियल का क्या सीन है? वी आर 6-1 राइट नाउ, हम 6-3 होंगे। ना उसके मजे हो जाएंगे, ना उस फर्स्ट हो जाएगी। ना उसके मजे हो जाएंगे, ना उस फर्स्ट हो जाएगी। ना उस वुड बी सपोर्टिंग नोंगशम राइट नाउ। और वहीं अगर अपन सेकंड आते हैं तो अपना एसएलटी के साथ होगा वो जो। भाई सेकंड आना एक थोड़ा सा डिसएडवांटेज दे रहे।
ठीक है। हाँ,
हार गए,
क्या बोला?
हार गए, हार गए, खत्म हो गया।
इनका इंटरव्यू नहीं हुआ?
किसका?
इनका इंटरव्यू नहीं हुआ?
ठीक है ना, इंटरव्यू नहीं भी हुआ तो ऑल गुड। आई एम लीस्ट इंटरेस्टेड अबाउट द इंटरव्यू राइट नाउ। आई एम मोस्टली इंटरेस्टेड अबाउट द अपर ब्रैकेट्स नाउ। फक इट, मेरे को अपर ब्रैकेट्स चाहिए अब। एनी
सच से उन्होंने नहीं बोला होगा नहीं देना इंटरव्यू।
वी आर 3-0 अप नाउ, हम नंबर 1 पहुंच गए हैं गाइस अभी के लिए। एसएलटी और वीएलटी राइट नाउ टॉप टीम्स है यहाँ पे असेंशन की। और सोचो एक बात, एक और चीज बताता हूँ इस गेम की। रॉसी बॉटमिस्ट फ्रैगर, दोनों मैप्स मिला के 28 फ्रैग पे -2। रॉसी ने कुछ खास नहीं खेला है। रस 32 पे है, मैडलिन और डमारा 33 पे है, जिसमें मैडलिन नेगेटिव केडी पे है। मैडलिन का दिन आज कुछ ज्यादा खास नहीं था। आज लाइटनिंग फास्ट ने किया है जो किया है। लोटस में रस वॉज दी।
किसी और नायका दोनों नीचे है।
हाँ अगर देखा जाए तो भाई सीरीज के अंदर नाक्या और पीटीसी दोनों डाउन ही है। कोई बात नहीं करेगा लेकिन कोई बात नहीं करेगा उनके बारे में, क्योंकि क्या है, सबको तो रॉसी को खाली भला बुरा बोलने का है ना। रॉसी ड्रॉप्स 50। वीएलटी गॉट द ग्रुप ऑफ डेथ ब्रो, सही है। पीटीसी पंजाबी टेक्स्ट एनी डे। Guess I could finally start believing in my team. Damara drops 80 kills. VLT 2-1. Even though there's 80%. Let's fucking go. Let's go, bro. Bueno, nice try, guys. Nice try now. Well played, Velocity. हम आदि गाइस जाने से पहले एक इंटरेस्टिंग स्ट्रैट देने का है तुम लोग को, मेरे को फट से। 1 मिनट जल्दी देता हूँ। हम कंटिन्यू 10 सीरीज जीते हैं एज VLT। हाँ दी, एज VLT कंटिन्यू 10 सीरीज जीत चुकी है। 2-0 2-0 2-0 3-1 2-0 2-1 3-1 2-0 2-1 2-0। हम मैच कितने हारे 10 सीरीज में? 1 2 3 4 4 मैच हारे हम 10 सीरीज के अंदर सिर्फ। Hi, Saab, we are now believing in this team. Let's go, babe. Let's go. GG's, guys. See you tomorrow, maybe. दिवाली पूजन वगैरह करके अगर रात को मिलता है टाइम तो आ जाएंगे। वॉच पार्टी तो मुश्किल है कल की, देखते हैं जो भी रहेगा। लेट्स सी, बाय बाय गाइस, टेक केयर, सी या, लव यू। वीएलटी को सपोर्ट करते रहो। वीएलटी के सपोर्ट में एक और रील आएगी आज या कल में। टिल देन बाय बाय, टेक केयर, सी या।